one said they wanted to, just that they can't.
Surely by mistake. We get only accidental tune-ins here on Diesel Shot.
Yeah, I don't think
That's
anyone has
not
ever
true.
intentionally
I
watched this show
intentionally
ever.
tune in. I just turn the volume or I just mute it so that I don't have to hear it. Especially when I'm on. I mean, have you heard my voice? It's terrible.
I'm
Yes,
gonna be honest.
of course
it
we've heard your
carries me.
voice. We've known you for years. I'm literally discussing this with you. And honestly, everyone's voice is fine up until people start singing.
Okay, first off, how dare you? Second off, I have a song in my heart.
I
and the
dreamed.
song... What? I did not dream until today.
Mm.
See, speaking of music, I realized I forgot to turn on any on in the Roll20.
I was taking a nap earlier.
Mm-hmm.
When I say a nap, I mean laying down in the dark, not actually sleeping, but relaxing in bed.
Relatable.
It was a good time.
We love to hear it.
Cool story.
Did you
My
find
legs are
$20?
very, very sore because I deployed my signature technique a lot, which is running away.
I mean, we stand a fleeing king. It must be said.
Brave Sir Robin.
Although I
It actually worked out
don't.
super well for me one time where I ran away, took a hard corner, and then two people were chasing me, both slipped, and got tangled up into a pile on the ground. They just walked over and was like, "Yay,
Oh, no.
you're dead now." After checking, they were good, of course.
Audience, Max went to a sword fighting LARP event today, and that's why he's talking about running away from combat.
There's a very non-zero chance that someone who was there was in the chat.
Okay, is all of the people in the chat this person? Because if not, they may be missing some context.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that wasn't in contradiction of what you were saying. It's in addition.
Mysterio.
Might could be an additional boy.
Well, Pat might have something to say about that, but she's not here tonight.
Haha. My
Aha.
genius is never ending.
Most gender-affirming absence.
Oh yeah, I forgot to thank Blaze. Yeah, Blaze. I forgot to get his sunglasses. I'm Blaze. I can't see anything in these sunglasses because they're prescription.
It's like, Blaze, we already know you're not cool. We spent a session with you.
Wow. Blaze would be really upset by that if it wasn't for the burning passion of his coolness. Blaze. This part is it's really hard for me to see. These sunglasses don't even shadow my eyes. They just give a dark red tint. But yeah, I think the reading glasses is actually what they are, which reading sunglasses is always a weird thing to me. I'm like, are you trying to see better or not?
Reading sunglasses?
Yeah, these are reading sunglasses, I'm reasonably certain.
That's cray.
Well, I imagine if you're on a beach reading a book.
Yeah, I can see that.
I suppose, yes. I think I've tried to do that with prescription sunglasses before, and it didn't work that well. Actually, but
I think these aren't that dark of a tint. If I held them up to the lens here, you could see through them just fine.
a nice amber. Yeah. All right. Point is, we're not they can't see our faces yet, so that.
Well, this was for your benefit, people of the cast. The audience can suck a fat one, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow, and
Yeah,
now,
I feel like right now.
and now from word for our sponsors,
I have more hacker-looking face on.
Now word from our
My
sponsors,
glasses
a
are
fat one.
reflecting all the computer screeny stuff, like all the hackers do in all of the hacking movies.
This actually wouldn't be terrible.
wow, this
computer glasses.
frame is actually spaced better for 3 people. I mean, 3 players. I'm not a person. Let's be real here. So yeah, 3 people.
Yeah, that's I.
Oh,
completely
but you
agree.
had to go and change it. It was perfect when you just couldn't see Max.
When Max was like side paneled off to the behind, you and Madeline. Like there's James, there's Madeline, and then there's a half Max on either side of them.
I
There we
believe that
go.
is the way Max is
King
best.
Solomon's
displayed.
solution.
I believe it was one of my ex-girlfriends who said, "Max, you look best split in twain."
Oh, hot. Was that audience? Was that not supposed to be hot? All right. So, hello, welcome. We're playing some Change Stars. Exclamation mark Change Stars will bring up a little lore
Oh, Q Prime's
document.
here.
You can find one of the docos. Hey, Q Prime. Yeah, we rejoin our group for the second session of a 3-shot, and we're about to bring up the amount of games played on par with the amount of games skipped since the campaign started. So I'm sure we're about to see a breakneck level re-entry back into.
I know
this
exactly what's
game.
going on. I just have 2 questions. Where are we? What's going on? What's the premise of the game? And what system are we using? That was more than 2. I'm sorry.
All right. So last time, our
What's
heroes
the timeline?
awoken in the steam dungeons of a Newsguy palace on a tundra world, and they broke out on a mission to deliver an offering to join the Trinity to a long-lost Mirai world on this planet. And they're going to need to engage in all sorts of shenanigans to get there in one piece and get out alive here, beyond the confines of the Trinity, beyond even the frontier. And if you'd like to give anybody a slight benefit, channel points, you can give a Dangerous to Go Alone and type whole character name. Look at an item or an insight. Oh, okay. Yeah, see? Here we have Q Prime already flexing. Oh, Pat!
That was
That was Pat. James, I'll get you when I
Wow,
get more.
misattribution.
Yeah, that's actually
rude.
Pat's stage
Oh,
name is
thank you,
actually
Q-Prime.
Misattribution. Yeah. Okay. So here we are. That should be the name of like a character you talk to at the beginning of an RPG to set your stats. Actually, it seems that I've lost the record. But you can have one of these. Misattribution offers you. All right. Point is, here we are. And if you donate
great start.
in the About section, on the click the Money Honey button, you'll be able to make the green bar go up. And as we all know, making bar go up is what we live for as gamers. And as dreamers here in Diesel Shot, I would like to remind you to not say the gamer word and have a great night as we settle into our adventure. And yeah, we find ourselves in the alleyways. You're all prepared to, make your way in, and everybody but your Mirai Anmei, who's kind of hanging back tonight because not exactly her expertise. Yeah, you cannot help but notice, right? Fuck, what can you not help but notice?
How beautiful I am.
Awesome. We're pretty serious, but
no,
who is this
of
guy?
us,
What are
I
we
am
trying to
clearly
steal
the
from him?
most
I don't
beautiful.
remember.
All right. You're not trying to steal
Also,
anything.
who am I?
I'm Dangerous to Go Alone. I remind you what's happening in the campaign. But to recap this precise scenario, in return for money and hacking tools, which will permit you to rent get the rover or whatever to go on the mission, out to the ship, where you're presumably going to get either the ship, or if it's not space or atmosphere, where the shuttle that is on the ship, and then go fly fly across the planet to do your job. This dude is the guy who tried to get you onto his Zorb team while you were still in the dungeon. And Blaze is here to put a virus in his personal metabed.
All right, let's do it, baby.
All right.
Blaze.
Blaze, you note that the little grate here, this little grate here seems to have a certain bend to its flaps that resists one way and less the other. You get a +2 on any maneuver rolls related to it.
All right, There's a vent here. What's supposed to do with that?
And I'm like, go through it, Blaze. You're tiny. Also, this is your mission.
Does it have like Torex screws or something? How are we gonna get this bad boy open?
Yeah, you can, like, some of the stuff has been, like, bent, and you can, like, force yourself into the vent. Yeah, you can vent as an imposter. Right. It's gonna be a maneuver, though. You're gonna have to, like, bend your body in around and get scraped at.
I turn to Vrishka and I'm like, I need you to shove me in.
Or I'm like, why don't I just make it wider?
Yeah.
I need pushies.
Because making it wider will make it apparent that we've been here.
Okay, well, so what order of events is, I guess Blaze just goes in, as Vrishka says, she could make it wider. Yeah. Alright, Blaze, you managed to, by the scalubadoobs on your head, you managed to make it in.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
The SFX makes a similar sound to what was coming out of your mouth, actually. Wild, that.
I see. A ending of some sort.
Yeah, you think that that's, like, you'd have to get close to it, but you could peek out.
I'll do a cheeky peeky.
Okay.
If there's people tell me, I'll distract them in a proper, in old-fashioned Jehovah's Witnesses kind of way.
Why, Max?
It's a cheeky. I overuse it every single time I do like a perception check or look at anything in any game. Nowadays, I say I'm going to take a cheeky peeky, and I'm sure it's gotten old to someone.
All right, so yeah, you take a peek inside, and give me another maneuver, just straight up, to see how that goes.
All right.
I really hope you fall into the middle of a room full of armed guards.
There we go. Oh no, I did a bad job. Is this stealth based, by the way? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, this is stealth.
Aha! Well, I get 2 more D's.
I believe in you.
Ah!
A single success. You wanna go ahead with the single success?
No. I'm going to edge it.
Alright, so gain an edge and roll that as a 1 modifier overall, because you're not rerolling success.
Yes. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, no, I'm going forward with 1 success, I guess.
Alright, so you peek your head in, and yeah, so you see 2 humans here. You can't help but notice that they're wearing stuff that looks like a lot like those costumes that you saw earlier. This guy is wearing, like, a skimpy, glamorous, like, Borat strip, and he's like, what do you think? I think it's really accentuates my figure. And she's wearing, like, the spiky harness, and she's like, yeah, but aren't we supposed to be, like fighting people to the death in an arena? He's like, oh, no, you sort of run into each other in balls. That doesn't sound so bad. Yeah, but then you fall into an ice lake below. Oh, that sounds kind of annoying. And you have to grab these, like... I mean, it's a very involved process. Here, we'll talk about this in the other room, the costumes and the news squad. I feel like they're going to want to hear this, too. If you say
I gotta duck out at this point before they, like, turn around and look at me.
Alright, so you duck out before they hit through the door.
Oh, god damn, there is a door. Yeah, I'll wait till they open the door. Then I'll duck out. Peeking, cheeky peeky.
Alright, bam.
Okay, then I'm out. My eyes are closed. I can't see it anymore. Mental impression. There's a lot of fucking coat hangers. That's my mental impression.
We also assume that you got... So, actually, do all of you have phones?
No, because we can't, because we have no possessions. Like, Matt's
I have a functional
comm box. I have a comm box without a battery, and the rest of us don't have anything.
Yeah, you know what, Vrishka? You note, you guys see, like, beneath one of the grates, like, up by the rock, you see what looks like to be some sort of, like, lunch pail. Slightly ajar. Stowed there.
I guess I'll see if I can grab it.
Wait, Madeline, wait. There's no such thing as a free lunch.
I mean, I think this would be a stolen lunch.
Yeah, you find...
That's your point. It's costing your conscience.
Alright, you find inside, one, comm box, battery, and one candy bar wrapper.
Huh. It's an odd lunch.
Presumably they ate the lunch and then put a battery in it.
That's
Is there a
exactly
little note?
weird.
Is there a little note in the box that's like, a note to the person who's eating the lunch, and it's like, "Here's your favorite snack. Love, Deus Ex Machina, Mike."
No, there's not. But Blaze, you're creeping around, right?
Damn, I'm gonna creep around this corner.
Yeah, you
I creep around
continue.
this other corner.
Riveting
wow.
gameplay continues. Yeah.
Another peeky hole.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me your sneak here.
All right. Aha! That's what these numbers should be getting me.
Inside, you see the milky white, semi-clear plastic of an orderly's skin, as they stand at attention.
Oh, okay. The name
Can
Cookie
you
upsets me
reprogram
because
the android to do your stuff, or to do the hacking for you?
hypothetically, yes. Given that I only have a comm box, no. Actually, no, because if I had a slate, I could do it with only a comm box, not so much. All right, yeah, I'm gonna reverse. Take another peeky.
Before you can, hold on,
Yeah.
Mister.
There, I'm back.
Wait, can you phase
I
through?
returned.
Can you phase through walls on your own?
I can phase through that one wall. I worked out. I don't know about any other walls. Yeah, I can phase through all the walls. I'm a ghost.
Did you not actually make it?
Dog.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh no, I can't phase anymore. He has killed the ghost.
I guess you could
You've
say
lost
that you've
35
gone through
hours.
that particular phase.
I'm
Myself,
gonna
I
smack you, Lee.
go through phases. I'll have you know, people pay for that privilege. Alright, so, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking guess that they probably don't have more than 5 dice. And they're probably not gonna hit anywhere. They come strangely close, actually. The Cookie's on alert. Cookie's just idling. But Cookie's been keeping their sensors on the up and up.
They have a rat problem, and they're just ready to see any small furry things.
Rat problem, Rask problem, so terribly unfortunate and similar.
Damn.
I feel like you're making some sort of derogatory comment towards my
Human
people.
Empire rhetoric is amok.
Okay, now I duck out.
Okay, yeah.
Don't be ridiculous. Rats taste much better than rats.
They actually would have one more d6, so it's possible they catch you. They don't. Bam, you're out.
All right. Ooh. Forehead wipe. Which is something I say instead of do. Oh, one last one. The final cheeky peeky. I roll the dice. I'm gonna edge that. What's the word? I keep forgetting. I feel dumb.
Psychic?
I'm gonna edge that. That's not how you say. I'm pushing it.
You psych it. Although we
Psych it,
probably
that-
need a better phrase given how, like, you know, it's not the most memorable. Okay. And yeah, you roll me a d4 plus 2 shock. As you, like, you know,
Alright.
jitter a little. Poking your head out.
4.
So with a result of 4, I think that's one of the ones that doesn't matter that much.
It's scream loudly.
Just shift.
Yeah, I think
You're very shifty as you leave.
There was a shift in place, wasting 2 meters off the next movement. Yeah, I think I updated it, but we'll stick with it.
Place could get you caught though.
Yep.
I'm doing little pee-pee dance.
Yeah, you poke out and you see the meta bed, and it seems to be an otherwise large industrial generic room inside of this compound. And you see the med bed that you need to jack into in its computer right here.
Oh shit, well, ain't that convenient. I would like to quietly remove the grate and enter the room.
Okay, what
Larry.
this grate doesn't seem to be loose. What sort of means would you like to use to free in the grate?
Alright. Assuming if it's normal screws, I have a key card, and I've used credit cards before to unscrew screws. It doesn't work great, but you can do it.
I would permit you to attempt mechanics at a -1.
Well, this is gonna go great, guys.
I believe in you.
That went about as expected.
Do you want to psych it?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm very panicky.
Now it's a D6 plus 3, but you succeed as you start shouting.
Got it. This 7, 8, 8.
Excellent. Yes. You fumble. You drop an item at the Dreamweaver's discretion. So while you're doing this, right, you've got, like, card in one hand, phone in the other to be ready to do the freaking. And the phone, like, clatters onto the floor and, like, skids over here by the store.
Wait, is there no scream anymore? I guess not.
All right. Well, what I do?
Fit is a scream of sorts.
Okay.
I'm gonna like real quick. I'm gonna rush down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. I don't know how the grates work, but I just like place the grate where it's supposed to be without actually screwing it in, and just kind of on a cursory inspection, it's some kind of place.
Mm-hmm.
And then grab the phone, and then hide under a thing, assuming there's a thing I can hide under.
Okay, so you go to grab this. So the medical bed doesn't really have room underneath.
What
However,
about behind this doodad?
not really either. But the only place to really hide is if you got into the medical bed and like you crouch down at the bottom. Like it might be hard to see you unless someone walked up next to the medical bed because it's a human-sized one.
Let's fucking go.
All right, now roll
Inside the medical bed that you are currently about to actively...
roll me a maneuver.
I am just panicking. I don't know what it is with this game in particular, but I can't. Once I get more than like one edge, I just panic every single.
The door to the
roll.
south opens, revealing the kitchen as Cookie walks in and scans unspeakingly the area around. So that is a result of 4 for the Twitch. Cookie is gonna take a look around. And I know that their cognition is a 6, so I'll just put this in. And I know that their alacrity is a 4, their resistance is that, their empathy is a that. And they're not going to bother spending processing on this. They're just going to audibly say, and something that must have been programmed into their circuits, must have been the wind. And then just return south, although you don't see them walking back to their standing position. Actually, I guess if you're down in there, you don't really see where they go.
No, probably not at all. But do I hear the door close?
You do, after a moment, hear the door go. Tss.
Okay, then I'm like, I probably got like a couple moments here. I need to get out. I'm gonna do the freaking. I'm gonna freak real freaky fast.
Just roll me a straight systems.
Blaze.
All right, you managed to.
The best hacker around. 1 success.
You managed to get in and install the bug. It looks like it is going to send data silently to other people about everything that happens here, and it probably involves a back door that would allow someone to remotely access the medical bed.
Very cool. I yeet out of here. I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, you skitter scatter. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Chew.
Yes.
You sense, you hear a shifting, so there's been like this weird steam sound going around the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you feel some of it leave. You feel as if though that is the sound of like the hydraulic doors in there, like probably activating some sort of a lockdown. And Blaze, you feel the temperature get very hot.
That's not good.
It's getting hot in
What's
here.
not good?
It's shutting down out in there.
No.
Well,
Like
I'm gonna
maybe a
frickin'
lockdown is going on.
Rasty and book it if you catch my drift.
Eek.
Yeah, so you're moving the speed you're moving, you're crawling through. What you're gonna have to do, Max, is this is a heat-based hazard. So I'm gonna rule this a 2/6
Are you saying that
hazard. Blaze getting blazed. Yeah.
Blaze has to deal with the heat?
So let me roll. So what this means, I'm gonna roll 66. So to determine. Okay, you have 3 damage coming at you. Roll endurance to resist it.
Oh, I hope I roll at least 1 success because I have 3 health.
You have 3 stamina. So okay. So yeah, roll me a d4 plus 3. Yeah, so you twitch.
Why do I roll a panic every time on these edge dice and yet never roll many successes on my normal dice? Which are
your stamina is down, but you get a single success, but you twitch, right?
Yeah.
Which means that, like, you would be, like, all the way there normally, but you're slowed up right at the final thing where, like, the bunks are. You could divert, or you could make a final endurance against this heat. And Vrishka and Chu, would you guys do anything after Chu announces that it sounds like there's a lockdown?
Can we attempt to open this grate to allow the air from out here to go in?
Yeah, you could do something to pop open the grate.
And by we, I mean other people, because I have no mechanical skills whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have, like, great tools for this. I have a chain, a mandible shank, and a harm baton.
Who has?
A baton
What happened to the?
Who has
old,
the rusty multi?
We used it. It broke, I think. Or do I still have... I mean, I don't have it on my character sheet anymore, and I was definitely using it before.
Okay.
Fair enough. It was supposed to break the first time you failed the test with it, so it probably just got boinked on something. Yeah, I would say possibly. You could also, like, it's a thin enough grate and Vrishka is swollen enough, you could, like, grab Rip. Because it's already peeling. It's already peeling in one corner, so you could crack it open.
Okay, let's try. What do I roll?
It is just a straight mechanics.
Everything is mechanics.
I'm sorry. And you succeed. Blaze, you're going to have to roll me roll 66. Blaze, you have 2 damage coming at you. Roll endurance again. Actually, you have only 1 damage coming at you because of the gust of cooler air that comes in from outside. You manage to sweat out the rest. You don't, except you don't sweat. You make it out into the hallway as you guys.
That means rats probably pant.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't think they sweat? Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you guys.
No, I'm standing here like.
Yeah, you guys are now outside in, like, the various servicey tunnels, and there's no, like, blaring klaxon, but you can surmise that perhaps some alarm has been tripped and someone's been notified.
Well, let's book it.
Yeah. So,
time to loiter elsewhere.
Excellent. Let us leave.
You quit the scene.
I'm like, oh, hey, also, I found this battery. Can you put it into this comm box?
I say, okay, got you. And I just, like, one button, pop the back off, stick it in, stick it back on, and I'm like, here you go.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah, the comm box powers up, and it looks like you've got 2 functional comm boxes. You could, of course...
Is there a location tracker on this thing? Shaking it to see if that will make it rattle, like that's how location trackers work.
I think you can track your steps, though.
Yeah, you do know that that's, like, GPS tracking and such is certainly a concern. A lot of ones sold in the Frontier will have been, like, jailbroken such that theoretically the functionality no longer works. But, of course, some people leave a back door. If you want to, Max, take a look at it, I would say as a freaker you have a +2 to this. You can roll systems with a modifier of 2, just to make sure nobody can, other than you yourselves, can track these phones.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you do this after you get a safe way. Yeah, alright. So you guys make it, like, you're still in Little Scop, generally, but you're, like, a ways out of those service tunnels, and, so that is a 5. I think that might actually impact your friends. As you... Trip, yeah. You and every friendly within 6 meters gains 1 edge as you're taking out the phones.
Oh my god!
You're like, oh fuck, and then then you two are like, oh shit, did we get tracked? And you're like, oh no, I hit the wrong thing and I have to go back. It's a real pain.
I accidentally exited out of my.
Buddy, you're
ID.
losing it.
Hey, it got real hot in that vent. Rats don't like the heat.
And I'm like, are we at like the drop stage? Should you use our one drop?
No, I think we can just not do anything stressful for the next bit. Just chill for a minute.
Yeah, sounds totally reasonable in this city full of enemies.
Anyway,
Just
we're
chill.
going to the merchants to do merchanting.
Yeah,
I
you got.
mean, like, yes.
And by that I mean get paid. Blaze needs to get paid.
Well, like, do we really need to narrate that? I mean, I guess I hope something interesting happens then, or are we just seriously going back to that merchant so we can get the things? We can go do an actual thing. Like, this isn't a video game.
You are returning to Raidu Way. I mean, so like your arrangement, Blaze, was for like the hacking tools and the program, right? And
Yes.
but she was going to pay you as well.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
But it was like
That's
a
the
bit,
hacking tools, the program or the payment.
So. Okay, so when you were, did you mention to her anything about the job you're doing or anything like that?
He didn't know about the job when he made this
That's true.
arrangement.
You literally couldn't have. The only reason that this would become like a scene that we really drill down on is, would you mention anything to this hacker about a need for a vehicle?
Yeah, I might as well. They seem like we got a working relationship.
All right. Well, she will mention to you then that she knows someone who needs to, make sure that a certain Dillo rover gets out of town, and I think that I could, make it such that you have the keys.
Interesting. Color me intrigued.
She's like, sure, and then your phone like gets a push notification, and she's like, there you go. And
Okay,
that
I'll
comm
be like,
box is now a
"Thanks,"
fob. Yeah, she lets you
I
know.
will step out and I'll be like, hey guys, I might have gotten us a ride.
Step away.
Great.
I check my push notifications.
Yeah. So your Digi keychain has gained a new fob access, and it is for something listed as Rance's rover.
Did it also come with an address or some sort of location data?
It has a GPS tracker, shows you exactly where the rover is right now.
I show my comm box and I'm like, it's here.
Yep.
okay.
I guess you actually didn't need to go to this map. But anyway, yeah.
So
So you
setting the scene, Lee. We get it.
So you know that it is. So you know that Rance's rover is right outside of, right inside the entrance to a farm mine. The farm mines are where a lot of the algae farming and other food production happens, like a hollowed out series of mine shafts. The entrances on the north side are large enough that, like, when the garage doors open, you can drive a rover in and out. You know that there's lots of informal parking there because that means you don't have to move through the east or the west gate. It is a little bit limited because it means you can't drive to the spaceport, though, and a lot of people want to be able to, do business with people who can go to space because they didn't have money.
Mm-hmm.
All that to say, you arrive at Rance's rover, and it appears to be a rover in immaculate condition, and you have the keys to it. I assume that you...
Your friends have good taste. Hope they, won't mind when this probably gets destroyed.
Mm.
I will.
Wait,
I would like to
important
give it a
question.
once over
Do his
to make
friends
sure
have
it
good
isn't
taste?
sabotaged.
It is a Dillo planetary rover, which is fairly standard. I mean, it was one of those things manufactured in the Human Empire. This is actually an Homina Heavy Industries RAST production of the vehicle. But it's
that means it's got the leather trim, rich Corinthian synth leather.
yeah.
Wait, that means it might have like a pool for me to chill in.
It does not, although there is lots of like snow around if you need the water. But yeah, you guys find yourselves like, here's the controls. You're free to step around the rig. But otherwise, this is the exploring the tundra map. You can see from both the Dillo outside and the
Is this the bathroom?
interior.
Is this the pee hole right here?
Do any of us know how to drive?
Yes, Lerb. It is a 11-meter long, so probably like 14 meters overall kind of outside vehicle. Do any of you know how to drive is a wonderful question.
Define know how to drive.
What's drive? Drive is operation, right?
Drive is
Yeah.
operation.
I mean, I'm very alacritous. I don't know how to drive.
And I'm
Back on
like,
the home
"No."
ship, we didn't do cars. I know what that one home ship does, golf carts, but we don't do that on my home ship because we think it's weird.
Well, I'm sure you've played some kind of video game with cars in it. Actually, I'm not, but whatever. We're not getting better offers.
I played Grand Theft Ship, which is like the 5,000
It has ground
seat
vehicles as
Grand
well.
Theft Auto.
It is one of the big...
But,
Yeah,
you know,
this is
there's
a
no
fucking
pedestrians here, so we should
spin
be fine.
tires vehicle.
I've always
Lerb.
preferred the Sinner's Lane series to the Grand Theft Ship series.
Oh my god. Fuck you. All right.
I don't know. Sinner's
I
Lane just
prefer
feels too
real
much like
life,
living on a
so
home ship.
seriously, who's going to drive this actual vehicle to our actual destination?
Well, you know, I fit well in the booster seat they set up for the RAS, so I think I'll do it.
Indeed, it goes bloop when you sit in it. Yeah, you're free to take up any position about the cabin that you all would like.
Just
And
think of any weapons? I mean,
So-
I'd like fire them, but
Let's tape a gun to the hood.
so
And then tie a bit of string to the trigger, and then loop that through like a cracked window, and then just we see the enemy coming. Pull the string.
so
Aim left.
the Dillo Planetary Rover Kelman or the DPRK does come with weapons built in, but the standard one does not. It does, however, come with 12 life support.
Huh. I mean, I'm still gonna poke around and see if I find any secret, like, smuggler cabins or whatever.
All right, by all means.
Apartments, I guess.
I would say that this would be a scrutiny test to, like, poke about. There's nothing immediately jumps out at you, but, perhaps a trained eye might uncover something.
Well, that's not my eye. I have it too.
I also, as
I
I'm
can
poking around,
scrutinize.
I'll
I will
mention, I'll be
also
like,
scrutinize in the hopes of finding some nicer stuff or a
and by the
waterbed.
way, we were given this rover on the condition that we get out of town. So I have a feeling there might be some people interested in it.
I need to.
I am very good at scrutinizing. I'm very tempted also to add another edge and do even more successes, but I feel like that's a bit much.
All right, so you get 3 successes. With a 3 total, you keep it together, Vrishka, and yeah, Chew. You poke about, and you find a compartment, a likely compartment, slid somewhere around here. I will use a shadow to represent it. And yeah, in it, you note that there is like a bit of a control panel and a box that has like a digital lock on it. That's kind of like a floor safe.
Okay.
The control panel is just like a circuit board that it's like a circuit breaker that you can just like flip. And,
so it's not a fancy control panel?
No, but one of them is labeled Praetorian, which you would recognize as the most common independent stroke remote operated gun turret that you can like deploy from a suitcase.
That is useful. Okay. This might
There was
be a
one flaw with the
gun.
Praetorian line. They tended to occasionally kill their owners.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm not flipping it. I am just saying this might be a gun.
Ooh.
Actually, that's not why. There's a secret patch down there, and there was a suitcase and a switch labeled, or a circuit boardy thing that had a label of Praetorian on it, as well as other stuff.
Wow, it's like we were there. And I was, looking directly over your shoulder the entire time. Let's get some driving on here.
Yeah,
bold
I
statement
floor
taking
it.
that you can over a new squad
Mid conversation.
Okay.
Mid sentence, I stamp on the gas.
All right, you take it out of like the vague overhang where it is and drive straight out over relatively flat terrain, for which I will not call for an operate test. You're driving.
I
and
did a great job, guys.
everything's
I'm the best pilot. I'm so good I don't even have to try.
Everything's fine for the moment. And you're driving along, and around the time that like the town is disappearing on the horizon. Yeah.
Can I turn 2 of these seats to face one another so I have a comfortable place to chill?
Yeah, you adjust.
Or are
the
they
seats.
attached to the wall?
They're like slightly swivelable, so you can swivel them slightly towards each other. You can like alt move yourself to be in between. Yeah, okay. And nobody tries the safe. Nobody pulls anything on the circuit board. Correct?
Not yet. No.
All right. So you guys keep driving forward. As you're disappearing from like the edge of the comms tower, there is you get a like a little vibration in your phone and on the central panel blaze. It looks like you're getting hailed.
Guys, I'm getting. Should we answer?
Sure. I don't
Maybe
know.
we should put you. Maybe you want to answer Chu. You got a face that looks
Of course.
official for these parts.
I'm gonna go look like I'm not here.
Good call. I sit down in front of the camera thing and press the answer button.
All right. So on the other side, you see like a static image of like a darkened figure, a no PFP silhouette, but with like a hood on. But you do see that they move a little. You're not sure if it's You're not sure if it's a real person or if it's like merely a digital projection based off of a face rig, often used to obscure one's identity. And they say through a voice changer that makes them sound a little bit goofy, "You are presently making off with my property. That is an ill-advised decision."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kylo Ren?
I don't know who brought you into this, but I'm a reasonable man. I'm willing to make you an offer. Keel 2. And, just hand over the vehicle, and we'll compensate you for it.
I'm willing to make you a very generous counter offer. We don't do that, and you don't do anything against us, and I will forget this entire conversation happened and won't send all of my friends to kill you in your sleep.
Diplomacy.
Do you even know who I am?
I will in a matter of minutes.
Good thing you're not going to live that long. And then the screen goes. Actually, I would say, do you think Chu is nonchalant about this, or like, do you want to make the convincing role to be like, yeah, I'm the kind of person who, like, I could have you killed. I could find out who you are, and I could have you killed.
I definitely want to make that role.
Yeah, make us that role.
Probably not going to get my bonus 3 to ingratiate with threatening someone.
Yeah, this is definitely more of a threatening situation. Okay.
I am going to do some edging out there, or psyching out there.
Yeah.
So that would be rolling it again at a -2.
We might as well call it edging.
Except for then you're calling it edging.
All right.
Yes, man. What do you mean? Huh? I don't. Is there some sort of connotation I don't know about? All right.
Of course not.
So they're going to contest that with their resolve to see if they back down against your insinuations. And they still cut the feed. But moments pass and nothing happens. So...
Well, I mean, at this point, we might want to pop up with that save. I don't know if there's like a bomb inside or some shit. I want to poke
Go for
around.
it,
So let's
Blaze.
take the wheel for a second.
Things.
I will take, or actually, I probably shouldn't take over driving. Someone else will take over driving, and you can go and open that.
All right, I'll take the wheel. This looks entertaining. I'm sure I'm qualified to do this.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so I don't know what safe cracking is in this system.
Well, so it's going to be systems.
Okay, awesome. That I'm good.
It has like a computer panel on it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, jack my phone in,
it's a
open,
hacking.
crack the safe. Which
Also,
is
you're good at
very
either one
uncomfortable.
because the two ways of safe cracking in this system are either maneuver or systems, dependent on if it's digital or physical.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you do a great job. You pop it open with ease. And you find a curious case of accoutrements. Within, you find a Mirai crossbow with X3. I'm gonna say.
Probably would be even cooler if Mariah were like actually playing.
I'm like, hey, Terminus Mindful Tranquility. Check this out. And they're just sitting there all sad in the corner. I'm like, come on, I know you want it. And they're, like,
They're not sad. They are pondering stuff calmly in the corner.
All right, so these are like Shokunos, right? Like they have like a burst fire, like multiple, like you slot a mag and it grab feeds, right, on the Mirai crossbow. It has 2 bundles of regulars bolts and 1 of poisoned bolts. Additionally, there is a slate. We're doing great in the Mighty Kelf. We're in a big rig in the Arctic, finding things in a vault after being threatened by a strange person. And you also find X1 brick of Comp G and X1
detonator tied to it.
No, there's no detonator because this was clearly the thing that he was threatening with.
Well, so it's the plastic explosive itself. It's yet to be shaped and formed and set to blow.
Mm. Okay.
So, like, that being said, you don't know that it hasn't been, like, it has a detonator attached, so, like, it could be remotely destroyed if someone can send a signal. And you're holding it in your hand.
Yeah. But, you know, I would like to go through the phone and make sure it's not being tracked or anything.
Okay, so, like, you're doing that, you got this open, and, as this happens, Rashika, you see something strange up ahead. There's, like, a disturbance in the snow where there hadn't been before?
Okay, what does that mean?
It's like there's, like, a pillar of snow sort of, like, shooting up. And then, at the center of it, you see a Newsguy Hydra right ahead of you.
Well, shit. I guess I mean, should I ram it? Should I swerve?
That's the question. Do you fucking its body is right there. You could feed the front of the Dillo into it, top speed, or
so
you could swerve.
Like, do I know anything about a new Sky Hydra? Like, do they chase?
They are known to chase things which create rhythmic, regular sounds that attract.
I mean, Vrishka would ram it. That's who she is.
All right, by all means. You were already going like full speed, dead course, and you're basically not deviating. So I'm just gonna say roll and operate with a modifier of 2 to not like skid out randomly as the stuff gets.
All right, brace for impact.
All right.
Okay.
So
I am very comfortably braced between 2 chairs.
All right, and Blaze, roll me an alacrity or an endurance to brace.
Brace! I'm gonna go alacrity. This is gonna be, I know, a controversial choice on my part. I can't. Is there a way to roll just straight skills on this sheet? I'll roll an operation because I don't have any points in it. But
I don't think so.
No shit. No maneuver. It should have been maneuver.
Oh,
Yeah,
maneuver. Well, I'm
either
gonna roll
if
3
you
more
roll
dice.
straight attributes.
Because, yay!
So you
Single
succeed
success,
once.
you hop in the hole and don't get shunted around.
I pop into the safe.
Yeah. So with for the opening attack, Madeline, roll me 10d6.
Okay. Oh, that's
Hey,
26.
Blake,
Other 96.
Maybe you want to flip that switch that's the murder turret.
Not great.
All right. So here's what happens. You slog into it for 4 damage, and it also deals 4 damage to your own vehicle. And I'm also going to roll the life support because I forgot to earlier. Alright, it's down 1. Alright, yeah. Alright, so...
Like, well, hopefully, Shadow Mask guy didn't do this back in One Piece.
Yeah, and with that, I think it is initiative time.
Are we, like, individually rolling initiative? Do we have, like, a vehicle initiative?
That's a very good question. If only this game had vehicle rules. Everyone roll your own initiative.
Okay. By clicking my token, yes.
Shu goes voice. Oh no, Shu goes last.
Yeah, right.
Goes last.
I was surprised because I shouldn't go first, considering I forgot that this was a D12 and not a D8 roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shu goes last. Shu does make the suggestion of flipping the switch, though.
All right. So Blaze, it's your turn. You're down in a hole. You look forward and you see this outside, running its threshy little face tendrils all over the front of the rig, and its mouth slurps down onto the top of the windows. You've gashed its side. It's not bleeding yet, though. You haven't broken the skin, important note. So it looks like it's down to tussle.
Slurping tentacles. God, Pat would love this session. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go flip the switch. I'm going to flip the switch you.
Vrishka, you see one of the consoles at the front that was previously been displaying, like fun facts about the drive shaft's current state or whatever miscellaneous bullshit. I just switched over to like a targeting reticule, and you see a camera lifting up out the top of the vehicle as a Praetorian Guard turret rolls out.
Oh my god, it does have weapons! This is a great temporary vehicle.
But yeah,
temporary vehicle. We own this vehicle now.
I mean temporary because we're definitely going to wreck it. Like, we're literally fighting a Hydra right now.
Now,
I will be installing a water tank for myself and bringing this off the planet with us.
Now, Max, I'm going to say that just like flipping the switch, is only a side action because it's just literally like on a circuit breaker. What do you do next?
I don't even know what the fuck I would do next.
I mean, play with the explosives in case we need them.
Oh, that's a good point. I will play with the explosives in case we need them.
Okay, so you have the comp G, and when you were checking out the slate, right?
Yeah, checking out the slate. I can sync them with Bluetooth.
You haven't cracked it yet. They might already be synced. But do you want to crack it?
I'm gonna crack the slate. I know how to do that. I got my worm.
All right, give me a yes. You have a program. You have your kit. So yeah, use your D-diag, and also remember it has power and shit. But just roll it for now. It's modifier of 2.
I'm really out of it today because it's taking me like 20 seconds every single time I need to roll anything to figure out where shit is on my sheet.
Oh no.
Wait, see, I just accidentally pressed scrutiny instead of systems. There we go. That's the correct roll.
Yeah. And it's powered 6, so roll C66, and if any of them come up 1, reduce it. Actually, I think there's like a resources section on the sheet now. Is there? No. Just kidding. Don't worry about it.
Nope.
And then so I roll a D66.
66, yeah.
And that is just...
Okay, yeah, so it's gone down. Because you got any 1s, it went down. It's now at 5 for its power. Okay. Right. You get in, and the phone tells you, as you end your turn, that... so it has an app that is... and it sent you a notification saying that the... Composition G, like linked to this like remote detonator app, has received a go on its fuse. Because the phone wasn't up nearby to do it, it had to go off of its default timing, which was about 60 seconds. 10-second rounds. 3 rounds ago that the signal got sent. In 3 turns, the Composition G will detonate.
Oh god!
So you're holding a live bomb with 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, God, this is gonna be like that freaking Batman movie where he's running around with the bomb on the dock, and then he's trying to throw it over the side.
And of course, 30 seconds on your turn. So of course, as your turn ends, it's 20 seconds. Hydra's turn. Hydra, you can be wherever you want, of course, with your movement, but I'm assuming you won't end there. The Hydra comes down to Hydra smash your vehicle. And
misses.
It just kind of like flails around outside and like smashes into the snow and like crashes around the side. Yeah. Rishika, it's your turn.
So do I know about the bomb?
Has Blaze announced that?
I guess not.
Oh yeah,
All
I'm
right.
probably gonna be like, bomb's gonna go off in 30 seconds. Ah.
Okay, so then I look back. Is there a way of getting out, like a hatch or something?
There is this one right here. I will also note, as a side action at the console you're at, you can set the Praetorian to just automatically shoot the unregistered life sign outside.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you want, it'll roll initiative and fire on its own turn. It will cost you a side action.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a side action to spare if I want to throw the bomb. So be like, hey, Chewie, come set this thing. And then I guess I'm going to try to... Oh, God, I don't know if I have enough time to do all of these. Well, whatever. Let's try it. So, yeah, I'd like to grab the bomb and pop the hatch and throw the bomb out.
I think so. So you move. Side action at most involved here. I think the item handoff is free with Blaze has it out in a hand. Willing. And you have a hand available. Side action maybe to open the hatch, but then like
try to throw it at the Hydra.
Yeah, you've got a main action to toss.
Nice.
It's a ballistics if you want to throw it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have ballistics, but I'm sure this won't backfire in any way.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay. So, the bomb, I don't have anything that's good for this, but we'll pretend there's a red blinking light on it. And yeah, so you like throw it, and it's got an adhesive on it that causes it to stick. It goes right after Blaze, causes it to stick to the Hydra.
Yes.
And one of the Hydra tendrils now has Comp G on it. Note that presently, if it explodes there, it will also damage your vehicle.
Yep.
But yeah, and how many you have how many meters of movement?
8. I'm a Thrin.
Then you've still got 4 left, standing right here for wherever you want to end your turn.
I mean, probably gonna duck back in.
All right. And with that,
Maybe. I mean, actually, I guess I'll just go back to the console. I can. I have enough movement. It's a small place.
And with that, Chu, what do you want to do?
I'm going to walk on up to the console, flip that switch that says "Shoot Daka the turret man."
All right. With that, the Fenrir Corporation Praetorian Guard turret rolls initiative onto the tracker with more alacrity than that. And it will. Right now, the only target it has set is the enemy.
Walk on over to the door and close it.
All right. That your turn?
Yeah. That's movement.
All right,
and 2
fasten
side
your
actions, I
seatbelts,
assume,
everyone. Well, maybe Blaze should come.
All right. So. All right. So after Chu's turn, we come around to the Praetorian Guard's turn, and the Praetorian Guard does its job and shoots at the enemy. Scoring hits for 5 damage as its ammo just like rolls off into it. It shouldn't have edge. That's not a thing it should have. It shoots. It scores. And the Newsguy Hydra is going to take 5 damage. And it is beginning to bleed as a hail of automatic fire rattles off into its sides. It is Blaze's turn.
Hey Blaze, maybe like get us away from the blinking light.
I mean, Vrishka's on the wheel. I don't know what I can do about that.
Get on top of me. You're harassed.
Yeah, you want to sit in her lap?
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna sit on the lap. I'm gonna get all comfy, right there in the middle, nuzzle up. And then operate the joystick.
All right, give me a... Okay, so your vehicle is in melee, so this is going to be an operate -2 to extricate it from this situation. But I'm assuming you just want to, like, full haul ass away, right? Back up?
Yes, I want to pop it in reverse and then slam my foot onto what is known colloquially as the pedal, but in this case, it's probably some sort of lever.
I'm picturing it's like an airplane where it's like one of them levers.
I did a surprisingly good job.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, give me that.
Panicking a bit.
So 4, 5, 6, 7 on your shock. I wonder what that is.
Isn't that like fall over?
Clutch. Oh no.
You are like death gripping. Yeah, this is the old shock table because I've replaced. I'll update it later. But you put a death grip and you will not. You're choking that throttle out. You won't let it go, Blaze. But you do manage to get. Yeah, you do have the Gorilla Grip on it. That is Blaze's turn. Your vehicle manages to back away. The bomb ticks down, 10 seconds remaining. It's the Hydra's turn. And the Hydra, like, burrows down and tries to not let you get away. And, it's on its home field terrain for some advantage. And, you know what? You're still... Choke it harder, Leon? Perhaps. You're still a ways away from it, and it's gonna pop soon.
It's so close. It's gonna pop soon. Come on.
And it's not really. It doesn't understand that there's an explosive on it, so it doesn't try and do anything about that. It doesn't understand what an explosive is.
The NB74 in the chat said choke it harder. It's real close.
Rashika, what do you do?
I guess I would also like to drive away from it.
All right, so
like that scene in NCIS, if there's two people driving the car at the same time, the car drives twice as well.
You're in a unique situation. Your harassed friend has a death grip on the primary controls. There is like a co-pilot control in the event that something happens to the other one that like pulls out from the side, but you'll need to like slide over to a side seat to do that, and like. It's kind of hard with Blaze like clutching the controls on you.
Maneuver, like
I did mention that I was nuzzled up. So
yeah, it is a maneuver to de-nuzzle without throwing off Blaze and his efforts to back away. So you can influence the controls.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Yonbai, you have a far greater knowledge of the Cat in the Hat cinematic universe than I. All right, yeah. You managed to get your way out from under Blaze without causing him to bump the controls. You're at an auxiliary control panel, and you're free to make an operate to try and, well, I mean, yeah, I would say you're modulating the RPM on the tires to give you better traction in the snow. Yeah, there's shit you can do. You can roll honestly. Yeah, an operation.
Okay.
For a second, I thought about making a different skill, but no, operations is what makes sense. All right, yeah. Chu, it's your turn. What do you want to do? Games?
Holla at Chu boy.
I don't really know what I can do. I did my thing. I turned on the... Actually, I am going to go over into the hole because I was informed by Blaze that these turrets have a habit of shooting at their own people and wait for it to finish dying and then turn it off immediately.
All right, so you have that. You have it readied up to kill the circuit breaker. Wow, I keep messing that up.
Yeah.
The turret continues to fire on the acquired target. Whiff. Bullets fly. It doesn't hit. It is Blaze's turn. Blaze, you got a death grip on
to
it.
Crank it.
Now your clutch is a -10 to test with what you're clutching. So this is going to be an operate -2.
All right.
It'll get you fully clear of the blast if you do this. If you pull it off.
I got that tight grip. I'm hoping we can get real close. I can feel it.
Single success. You want to push it? Want an edge?
No.
All right. You got it backed up. As it goes tick, 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 the Hydra rears towards you without even thinking about it. As the Comp G goes off, ripping through the poor creature's head, and proceeds to deliver an explosion 612, which means it is 6 damage, followed by... You can roll 8d6 if you want, Blaze. I guess we could say it's your explosive. Although,
I mean,
it was deployed there by Rishka. But yeah, 8d6.
That's 8d6 spread across 2 different rolls because I'm lazy.
So that's a total of 7 damage going out. And when it comes to explosions, I don't think you don't roll endurance against an explosion. You only roll armor against that hazard. Yeah, you fucking.
I think we're actually not going to kill it with this. Which is very disappointing.
You fucking like blow it off. You see like blood go everywhere, and there's a series of tendrils.
Question.
It goes. You see it.
Hydra is Newsquai Hydra meat delicious?
It is. Particularly the tendril meat is a delicacy when properly prepared and served. It looks so. The creature is it's still alive and shaking, but you've dealt it a wound which will surely kill it within the matter of moments. It is in no state to combat you.
I flip off the turret immediately. For fear of it murdering us.
Turret deactivates.
And I look at you and I'm like, well, I'm sure the guy we stole this from was very scared by you, and that's why he activated that bomb.
Hey, he did us a favor, kind of, in a roundabout way. Good thing I decided to get into that safe.
Yeah, honestly, for the ways this could have gone, I'd give us a 10 out of 10. Let's go find that shuttle.
Let's get out of here.
Do you want to stop so that we can get some of that delicious tendril meat? Maybe put it on the outside of our car and then sell it or eat it?
No, I'm good.
Vegetarian.
Leon, that is a very nice burn, everyone. Exclamation mark links will be added to our exclamation mark list. I just need to figure out what I'm going to have a go-to.
I know what you should have a go-to. A super cut we put together of all your worst Lee puns.
Yes. All right, moving along. You guys keep driving. You're headed to the coordinates of the crash site. And as far as you know, through the shady transactions that have generated this, only one person's been sold these coordinates, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. I mean, we had no money and a tentative connection, and we got them, so I'm sure nobody else has them.
Yeah, I'm reasonably certain this is only us sort of thing. There's going to be no sort of battle royale over this location. I am positive. If there's one thing I know, there's one thing I'm utmostly confident of in this world, is that this game is practically over. We get on the ship, we get out, that's it.
It's that the bartender guy is trustworthy, because, who doesn't trust the local bartender one of your acquaintances sort of knows?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be a monster to not unconditionally trust the person who serves you alcohol.
I mean, think about it this way.
Planet.
Alcohol is effectively a mild poison. All it would take is a little bit more poisonousness to kill you with a cocktail. So you have to trust the guy who serves you drinks, or what's the point of drinking the things he serves you?
I mean,
Max is just saying that because of everyone here is the closest one to being a bartender.
That's true.
So,
in the sense that I occasionally make cocktails. When I say occasion, I mean most nights.
Yeah, you guys are out in the tundra, and you see this big old rod of a ship up in the distance. You know that it's known as a Kalechi class. It's mostly functions by strapping. A lot of its cargo is just strapped cargo containers to the exterior of its hull. It's mostly just long-haul space freight, but it can do re-entry if it has the right riggings, which this one did. You see it is smashed into the ground, and it looks like you can see hull breaches from here. You don't know if that doesn't mean it can't lift back up, but it does look like the front, where a lot of the comms and antennas are, has been busted up. You guys are familiar enough with like your better know a ship layout to know that these are actually a ship with a rare rear-mounted bridge, which faces backwards because it doesn't really matter. And
Useful.
with that, you guys are arriving on scene, and let me just get you guys down here, and I will place you in your vehicle and then move you over here, and you guys will be free to act however you so choose. Bam. You also know that the central module is the one that contains the shuttle bay of the three nodules.
Let's leave one of our 2 communication devices in our ship.
You have 3. You have 3 because you have the new slate. You have 2 comm boxes and a slate.
Yes. Who wants a comm box, by the way? I got an upgrade.
Actually, here's the thing. Anmei can get on the physical comms console and use the dish from the Dillo planetary rover to be a local comm server and talk to you.
Comm box. Also, don't you have your hacking tools on this spare comm box?
Nah, I've side-loaded them onto the slate. Don't worry about it. Also, there's actually a tradition in RAS culture is that when people are doing hand-me-downs, I don't hand-me-down to you. I hand-me-down to... I give my hand-me-down to Madeline, who gives her hand-me-down to you. It's part of the process.
I don't think mine's any better or worse than your comm box for our purposes.
This one's... I polished it. It's much better.
Okay.
Also, I think Blaze just mostly doesn't want to give to any sort of hacking tools.
Don't worry, I'm taking the hacking tools off. You people do not deserve them.
Whatever, we both have comm boxes now.
Yay!
Alrighty.
All right. Also, are there like suits on this rover or no?
Nope.
All right. Well, I am wearing glamorous scraps, so this is gonna go great, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you spend it's a bit of a dicey situation. Temperatures readings indicate Thursdays are for Fallout still. If you guys spend I believe it's a 1 hour on the surface outside of like a life support controlled area. Speaking of which, anybody wants to roll an 11d6 to see if your Dilla planetary rover goes down in life support again when you arrive. You start having to worry about endurance and like cold hazard. But yeah, if you guys have something with life support on, that'll help you get through that. If you don't,
all right. Remember that time we were putting Star Citizen together and we didn't have the proper equipment on the cold planet, so we just ran back to the ship every 20 seconds?
Yeah. Amazing.
But I'm going to do that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, we'll be able to do that. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. In addition, you guys see that like the tip has been breached if you want to crawl through the wreckage, or you do see an exposed airlock here, and you see like a bit of like snow in a divot that looks almost like it's near where the cargo hold where the shuttle bay should be, but snow presently covers what would be the exit.
I'm gonna go for the.
Where's the shuttles?
I'm gonna go for the door.
The central nodule.
I feel like I could probably get it open.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying in character. Like
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Oh,
that.
in character.
The
They tend to be
generally
towards the
down in
middle.
that area. You see where the big pile of snow is?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So Max, you approach this panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any lights on. Pressing buttons does nothing. You suspect it does not have power.
Could I feed it power with the electrical tester?
You might be able to get enough of a signal through to open the airlock with that. It's gonna be... That will actually be a mechanics.
Okay, well, I'll give it a try.
With a modifier of 1 from the tools.
Well, I didn't even use the modifier, but I think it worked anyway.
The door slides open like a dream.
Let's.
Like a dream.
You fall over after you finish.
I'm like, I did it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get inside. I guess I'll look around to see if there are immediate enemies and then progress.
Did anyone grab the crossbow, by the way?
I have negative ballistic skill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that great at it either. I guess if nobody else is taking it, I could.
I guess I'll grab the crossbow.
To be clear,
Sure.
you're talking. I am the new spy with the alacrity of 2, and nothing in any alacrity skills. There's a reason why I didn't take over driving or do anything like that.
Hey, look, it's a dead person. What do they look dead of?
They look perforated by many holes, as does sort of like some of the chamber around them, implying a gun of some sort.
Hmm. Do their clothes look warmer than glamorous scraps?
Well, it actually looks like they are wearing
Glamorous scraps.
Formerly a vac suit.
Well, it's actually an old CIS B1, Civilian Imperial Standard B1 spacesuits. They're clunky, -1 to maneuver, not that great armor, low life support, and have the bulky property. But, they technically kept people safe in space up to a human Empire spec. They've been, of course, replaced by the modern Trinity spacesuits, but not everybody gets those, especially if you're not in the Trinity. So, it doesn't have the vac property anymore because it's been shot up, but the holes have, sealed enough that it's still, you can use it for life support and stuff, and it's 2 armor. But bulky means it can only move in cardinal directions while you're wearing it.
Yeah, that's not great.
Well, I like my glamorous scraps, and, I got some fur. Maybe that'll help. Door!
Sure, you come upon a door. It seems to have the same problem as the last one. I will note you didn't stunt for the last one. You could carry forward one of those as a +1, or let you do the exact same thing without having to test again. Just it'll take time.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right, it's going to be about 10 minutes. It's been enough 10 minutes, but 5 minutes. It's going to be 5 minutes of you just like jacking the electrical tools and starting things.
I'm like, hey guys, how's it going?
I'm going to, while he's doing that, look into this room at the box. Is there people here? Is there people in the boxes?
Roll me a scrutiny.
I need that sexy edge die, so I'm going to keep on edging. Psyching.
No, Alex is a rook, and also I believe a queen. Alright, so that is a... Don't let them bishops get you down. Okay, so, Chewie, you look around for humans. You climb up to the 2nd level of this, and you open up one of the boxes, and you recognize that it's actually a bit of a cooler. A lot of these things seem to be carrying, medical supplies, but not the kind that would help you, like prescription drugs, or medical foam. Things that might be useful to a hospital or a more dedicated setup, but not to someone just on an adventure. But you find one has something rather interesting. It is a cooler full of what look to be human livers.
Yes, I thought it would be organs.
Well, this was clearly on the way to a medical facility. And if I know anything about surgery, which wait, let me just check my skills. I know a little about medicine, though not much. I'm pretty sure those livers that are in that freeze box over there are definitely no longer functional to put into a human body.
Okay, then don't grab them. I mean...
I mean, you can check. I don't have that much experience with human anatomy. But, yeah. Also,
really
there's, like,
not a
medical
doctor.
supplies and such. And I did not get attacked, and I didn't see any people with guns waiting to attack me, so I think it's safe.
That's a good point. Does this guy have a weapon?
It doesn't look like they do. More accurately, it looks like they had a SIR pistol that has been shot apart to the point of uselessness.
Interesting. Wait, so not like stolen, shot apart. That's super weird.
It looks like a heavy. It looks like a raking hail of bullets, like shot up part of this this part of the ship.
God, so it doesn't look like any of the medical supplies have been looted?
Yeah. No.
They're not. Huh. None of the ones left are useful medical supplies.
No, but I mean, like, has anything been looted?
If you check some of these things, which I was about to mention too, some of these crates up here have some repair parts and other generally useful things for, like, mechanical work on a spaceship or on, like, any other machinery in the space future. And it looks like there's, like, a set of, like, package where there should be some spare parts where they're missing. If anything's been taken, that's it.
Okay.
So that means there's still people in this ship. Somewhere.
Maybe.
Possibly.
After you guys do that investigating, Blaze, you get a blink from the door, and it slides open, revealing the still-mounted shuttle pointed down at a hangar door.
Well, that almost certainly doesn't open because it's floor, snow, ground.
Indeed.
So we are going to need to dig our way in/out?
Or we're going to need to take the ship off slightly.
You know that the directional thrusters come off these bulky modules, and that if you could get them to fire for even, like, a half second, you could melt a considerable cavern under the ship, which would give you a clear to fly. As supposing you can open the hangars and do that.
And the cockpit's on the back.
Unfortunately, it looks like
right?
that shuttle is going to be too small to fit the car onto.
And the back is
what a shot.
This end. Okay. Back to the right.
Are we gonna try to get the doors open first, or go find a way to melt the snow? Or are we gonna do them simultaneously?
I think going and find a way to melt the snow is probably the best move. Immediately.
All right.
So, like, which end is the back with the cockpit?
Right on your screen.
Okay.
Because remember, the hole in the front was in the front.
And I see ladders. Is there like a up level?
So not so like it's got like a thin, and in the thin shaft there's only one level, but in the bulk modules there are two levels, and you can crawl up and move around. It's for extra storage and stuff. And there's actually the bay control is up on this, like, cinematic walkway you can imagine having a lightsaber duel on.
All right, well, I guess we continue forward. I am thinking about, there is this hole in the side of the ship. It might save us about 2 doors worth of effort.
Yeah, honestly, anything to avoid just waiting around to die while you open doors. Sorry, that was the cold's getting to me. Waiting around to kick ass while you open doors.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the cold either. It's like the hot, but less
That's
sexy.
because you guys are barely wearing any clothing.
I'm wearing a maintenance
Hey. I'm not wearing much clothing at all.
So,
but
okay, hold on.
Are you maligning my culture?
Step back.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are looking at that hole, and you're focusing your focus towards it to some extent.
I mean, we know that there's a potential for enemies. I think we're also looking around in general. I'm not like, let me only look at that hole.
Yeah, no,
I'm not.
I'm just saying you're hearing what's going on in the hole. And you do hear like one voice saying, no good. Yeah, this isn't it. I think it might have been some of the jettisoned canisters. And then you hear a voice that wheezes as if though from two separate lungs say, "Nonsense! It is necessary that we retrieve it, or our mission will have been in vain. We'll check all of the cargo pods if we have to."
Don't most species have two separate lungs, like us?
But they are fully partitioned. As if though from two mouths at once.
Gasp. Does that induce why? Maybe
if I knew more about the specifics of Change Stars biology, I would know what that meant.
I mean,
I just think maybe
like
Veer?
I don't know.
Veer of two.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of
stuff.
rendezvous with the party and be like, I think it's murder time, people.
It's like, oh, so we've got company on Holster's Harm Baton.
Do you
Reddy's
wish to do this
crossbow of
peacefully
murder.
or unpeacefully?
Wait, here's a question. Could we pull the planetary rover up to, like, right here and point the sentry gun through the hole? Just so you know, I think that wouldn't hurt.
Absolutely nothing stopping you from doing so. You suspect that if you're overhearing them from this range, they will hear you roll up.
Alright, so I think here's a plan. Vrishka 2, melee peeps. If you go, like, stage up, like, here and here to get them as they come out, and then I'll pull the car up with the big gun and it goes patoo-patoo.
Why would they come out this way?
Because that's what they would hear. That's the direction they would hear it from.
Okay, but if I heard like a vehicle rolling towards it, I'd probably not come out towards
the vehicle. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'd probably set traps.
You could flank them. Like you could pull up this way, and we could go around the other way. I mean, really, then that's just fighting them, though. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could set traps. I don't know if we have trap stuff.
No, I'm saying they would set traps if we started to drive the vehicle toward it.
They don't have time to set traps. Let's just go sneak up and see if we can see how many there are. Some other information.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, I will do a bit of sneakery. I will be Sneakery Tyler. Cousin of Zachary Tyler, former president.
Yeah, I guess that's...
How smooth is that's systems, not sneaking.
God damn it. The hull? I am so
the exterior of the hull is like greebly grooves of human empire spaceship exterior. I'm
gonna go and start climbing up the
make
hull.
a 2d6 make a d6 plus 2 test, Max, or is that what you rolled for?
No, the first one was my d6 plus 2. The second one was me rolling the wrong stat and adding an extra dice to correct that.
6, 7. Clutch, what are you holding in your hand right now?
The Mirai crossbow.
You put a death grip on it, and you accidentally shoot one shot. Twing! That bounces off the hull. You're hidden with one success, but
I guess
I'm going to roll my exactly 2 from alacrity maneuver to see if I'm sneaky while climbing up the wall.
All right, and Vrishka, you're gonna get like down towards this like divot.
Nope.
Yeah, I'd like to like hide in the snow.
All right.
And I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay.
5 is. Well, I don't think anyone's within 6 meters of me, but I'm freaking out a little bit.
Okay.
While I'm up on the hull.
So you gain the edge, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. You guys, so the people inside that we're talking fairly loudly and freely go silent, or do they? You could crane your ear and try and listen in with the scrutiny, or you could not. It's up to you. But they will react based on whatever they've detected.
Okay. I am going to just walk along, do my best, very creepy, like there's noises outside here, walking along the outside of the hull.
All right.
Towards it. Very high up. The walls in here don't actually exist, so I need to be very careful.
Yeah, I'll
They're already just. So I'm gonna call Anime and get her to drive the vehicle up to protect us.
Sure.
They've already heard that we're here, or someone's here. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so daylight mode, set the movement. Correct. Save settings. Yeah, so you signal her. She has no reason to not just do that. While it is en route and, like, scrunching up, you do hear some, scuttling.
It's okay, they too hear some scuttling.
And you hear a door go ch-ch. But yeah. Yeah, so you guys, head where you head. So would you be crawling up, or are you staying on the side of the ship?
I will be crawling up to the top, I think. Yeah, I was staying on the side, but once I hear the door move.
Okay, there is no good way for Roll20 to represent this, so there will be two chews for a moment. You can also see the north side. However, you notice something else chew, and you got no successes on your stealth, right?
Correct.
You see a Newsguy adult has crawled out of the other airlock and is going over the top of the building, and they fucking dead reckon notice you. And
hello, friend.
Oh no, it's an adult.
And they say, "Acknowledgement, claim jumper."
So what are you here for?
What will you pay me for this information?
No, this guy's getting out News Squad.
Curiosity's take to help out my fellow a member of my brood.
You are not a member of my brood. I killed all of them. Altruism has been detected. You are compromised by religion, the unfortunate virus of this planet. Tell me, what are your intentions?
I agree with that assessment of this planet. I wish to help you so that in the future, at some point, you might help me. If I can't, I would not be able to help you if you don't provide me with why you're here and what you're looking for.
What guarantee would you extract that I would help you in the future if you were to engage in such an arrangement? And you guys are hearing weird clacking and paddling.
But air word. Because my friends provide that guarantee for me, and you would become my friend.
I have no interest in such entanglements. Who sold you the information of this crash site?
I can't say that. You know that, just like you won't tell me who sold you the information of this crash site.
Yes, but it is I who have the upper hand here. And as they're saying that, the Dillo planetary rover is like rolled up to the hole.
Do you now? Perhaps you should go and take a step up to the top with me.
And Z's clearly heard that shit, and they're like, I don't think that will be necessary. Now then, I understand that you are a nosy claim jumper trying to get involved in what is going on here, but I am afraid that too many shares have already been distributed, and democracy demands such annoying vote processes. I will make you no guarantees, and I offer you no safe harbor here on this wreck. It is mine, and everything in it is to be divided only in accordance with the charter, in which you are not listed, stranger. So, I will give you one offer now. Withdraw, and we will merely go about our business as if though this interaction never occurred.
I think you understand the value of having additional eyes who are not searching, that are not a part of your charter, and therefore do not have a portion, not take up a portion of your share of whatever you are looking for.
You may have,
as long as you understand what you are looking for, what you are here for is not something that I'm here for. I have no I will not take I do not believe we wish to take any share of those things.
You may have had a point before your presence was detected here. However, now that my compatriots know that you are present, if I do not run you off or give battle, they will find me suspect. And if you should return, then our conversation will only grow all the more suspicious. Thus, we are at an impasse.
How many compatriots do you have?
That's not a suspicious question.
How many compatriots do you have? I'm
simply stating this because it seems like you have an issue that you stated, and I like to support my friends. And so you had a problem that you believed that your share was being split by too many people.
Yeah,
in support of my friends, I would be willing to help you remedy that problem.
While the conversation is going on, what do Blaze and Vrishka do?
I'm gonna try to. So, like, we need to get to the hole. Like, where's the thing we need to get to with the thrusters?
Imagine up here.
Okay, let's just start sneaking in that direction.
The bridge.
Yeah,
the bridge tends to control those things, which is this wide illusions. All right, so when you're rolling your thing to enter into the sneaky hole, both of you just give me a maneuver.
The stealth based?
Yeah, it's a stealth.
Let's see if I'll panic. The answer is yes.
Well, I'm not gonna bother re-rolling.
Should I roll a communicate to convince this guy that I'm just going to help, or is it something that you can't?
Roll a communicate against this news guy, because this news guy is having thoughts.
Mwahahaha. I am going to push that, or to psych that, edge that, whatever it's called. So then it's minus uno, dos, tres, four.
Dude, you got 4. Don't push that.
No. I want this guy. I am trying to convert this guy.
Oh god, you and your religion.
Yes.
All right, so that's actually that's not just one super stunt. That is 2 super stunts. And you convince the news guy adult that you helping Z jump the claim in a way that gets them a larger proportion of the profits is worthwhile, and they are reasonably certain that either you are a useful idiot or good to your word, and Z's gonna evaluate any of your future requests to help them on the basis of how profitable it sounds. But for the moment, you have
but they made a friend.
You have a friend in this individual. However, as he says at this time, I am compelled to inform you that there is a human inside the Dillo planetary rover beneath me, which has almost certainly witnessed this whole transaction, but cannot understand us.
Very well. I will run away screaming.
Very good.
It will seem like you have terrified me.
Excellent. And
I do as I say. I run back to our planetary rover screaming.
All right. Right as Blaze comes in here and Max, what was your result? 4 + 4, 8?
Yeah.
Okay, you fumble, you drop an item. So here's what happened. You had the crossbow, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had a death grip on it. And you fumble.
I did.
And you drop it right here.
I can imagine what actually happens is I just grip it so hard it like a stick of butter is kind of like
poops out in my hand.
Yeah. Yeah, farming friendships points, Leon.
Also, I like how Blaze, the master of sneaking, just failed
legitimately with changed stars.
Dropped something, and I rolled 27 successes without a single stress.
Yeah.
Now, Madeline,
I never had this problem in Alien, but in Changed Stars, every single time I have any amount of edge, I always roll panics every single time.
We've seen.
Madeline, I presently read you as being up on the 2nd level. Is that true?
No, that's just I wanted to be on the out normally.
All right. I'll fucking say that I don't know. This is the underneath symbol. Okay, and so you and Blaze are both on the lower level here. And when this happens, the ambush triggers, and this door opens, and a Veer rushes out.
I'm like, oh shit!
At the first person nearby.
I was trying to fight one of these, but I was kind of hoping to have my actual weapons with me.
Yeah, and the Veer says stampede, and is gonna go for with a fucking they've got a multi in their hands, and they're just gonna go ahead and try to use that to bludgeon you.
Take
I'm
this.
gonna roll to dodge.
All right. Fair dues. Only one success coming at you.
Vrishka gets hit.
All right. So armor. 4 means that you got a 6, and you trip and fall prone.
Wait, no, it doesn't.
Oh.
Oh wait, yeah, I guess we have 2. So I rolled a 3 plus 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
5.
You added it. You added it in. My bad.
Plus 1 because I thought I'd plus 1 because I wasn't reading it correctly.
So
you
and Max get 1 edge.
Oh boy, more edge.
As you freak, yeah.
As you probably
Mm-hmm. And
do a quick head twitch as it's coming at you. You're like, oh no, that's weird.
And the door over here opens up, and the 2 people overwatching down the hallway have shots really only at Blaze.
Well, it was a good game, guys. I'm gonna go to bed.
The human mechanic is going to discharge their S7 service pistol. Which is going to, of course, deliver... Come the fuck on, Google. A 2-2. So 2-2. Let me check really quickly that's fully within the range of this attack. Yeah, it is. Okay, so Max, do you have anything that's going to help you when you get shot by a bullet? Armor?
I'm glamorous.
You don't have? Do you have any armor? You're wearing any armor?
No, I'm wearing glamorous scraps.
Okay, well,
you are down.
So you take 1 to your stamina, 1 to your health, 2 to your health, and roll me a d12 as you break.
What? Sorry.
You break. Roll me a d12.
Boop-a-doo.
Alright, that's not one of the fucking immediately lethal ones. You're fine. You find yourself in a sticky wicket, though, as the bullet takes you in the side, right?
Oh, my side.
And you, let me just check the rules here. Change stars action, change stars reactions, synth wounds table, breaking table. You get a 5. Abrasions. Any health damage causes bleed for... Roll me a d6. Five days. For 5 days, any health damage.
I'm not going to be alive in 5
bleed.
minutes. So to be honest, this seems pretty pointless.
No, this isn't a grievous wound. You're not inherently set to die. You're just under the break rules. What you are going to have to do...
Don't worry.
Roll me an endurance.
Going to
you
die.
have to roll me an endurance to see if you stay awake, though.
No.
It's okay, Blaze.
Oh, look at that. I get no successes in
Good
panic.
news,
What a change.
you're at 0 edge. You fall completely unconscious. You're out. You're out cold.
It is well edge, though. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
with
a new meta, guys.
The
You
New
wanna
Squad
get rid of edge?
Adolescent doesn't have a sight on Vrishka, but they do have a sight on the Veer, and, accidentally happen to shoot at them.
Really? Are these travel parties or just tension?
Just incompetent.
They have, you could roll me a split section combat insights to glean an idea as to what's going on here.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I deserve.
You have no idea. You think the New Squad probably just really bad at shooting and was trying to shoot at you.
They missed, so you actually don't really know who they're shooting at. What a crazy situation. With a 4, that's a -2 meters off your next movement, which might actually matter here. And with that, I think that we actually enter into initiative after all of those attacks have gone off. And, of course, your vehicle... I'm going to say that Anme has the presence of mind to flip the fucking breaker and roll out the Praetorian Guards turret, and she makes sure it doesn't shoot any of you. So with that, it's initiative time, babies.
Alright, come on, let's get a lucky
Should
roll.
I roll initiative, or should I just not bother?
If you were awake, you could crawl around while broken. You're not, so you can't.
Okay,
So-
cool. I'm gonna chill.
Yeah, sorry, Max.
Max had the whole sneaking thing.
Yeah, except, I
You
suck
know
at it.
medical equipment.
There is just something about the Chain Star system that isn't just this game. Every single game, I panic every roll.
Alright, so, and there might be other people present on the battlefield, but who's to say what actions they're taking, and they may exist presently beyond the full scope of our conflict. So we won't be rolling for them at the moment. The Newsguy Adolescent, on the other hand, after getting the drop, is going to continue to do what it's doing. It's going to advance down to the doorwell. It's going to see a Thren. The viewer's going to yell back, "Watch your aim!" And Zir's going to, from the voice box, say, "My apologies, I was definitely trying to hit someone else." And is going to take a cheeky shot from the BR-91 at an enemy combatant they can see. Her name is Vrishika. That's an armor roll.
I mean, it's pronounced Vrishka.
Vrishka, my bad. It's armor -3.
Well, I have an armor of 2, so I feel like it's not really worth rolling.
True, okay. You take 4 damage to your stamina.
Ouch.
Alright, so here's the real question. Once it's my turn, I assume the turret can't shoot at anything.
The turret overwatches the first enemy that comes inside of its line of fire is going to get fucking blazed. It is Chu's turn.
Here's the real question. Do I try to get the other Newsguy? Do I try to get the other Newsguy to stop fighting? Or do I just attack the Veer?
You heard the other Newsguy clamber off the ship, and as you were coming back, you heard the sound of the other Dillo planetary rover opening up as well.
Well, no, I'm talking about this Newsguy.
This
Try to
Newsguy.
convince this Newsguy, or do I... I think Chu in character would not just attack the Veer. Chu in character would go up to, like, here, under the thing, against the door, and just, without having not turned back on his communicator's, translator function, just start talking to the other news guy, being like, "Hey, listen, have you heard the good news?"
The Newsguy responds with the voice box, because that doesn't involve as many hands to slap. No solicitations. Alright. They seem to be in mid-firefight at the moment. Not presently looking for religion. I believe is that your turn, Chu?
I am going to... I can't really attack from here. I am going to overwatch with my harm baton to smack it, the first person through this door.
Alright, it's the human mechanic's turn. And the human mechanic is going to say, gosh, I hate all of this violence. And, oh gosh, I think I really fucked up that Rast. Oh, they're so cute. Oh well. And,
oh man, I did a murder. Oh no, they look so innocent. Whatever.
The human mechanic is going to test their resolve at this point. And
for just murdering someone?
They're gonna not necessarily. They freeze up. They hold back. They're overwatching, but they're not They're like defensively overwatching if somebody or you don't actually know, but he doesn't shoot right now. It's the Veer's turn. The Veer.
How do you decide who goes first?
Oh, actually, it's the higher alacrity. What's yours?
I mean, mine's a 5.
You go before him.
I was like, probably yes, and in this case, it does matter because I'm not sure I can take a second hit.
Yeah, actually, you also go before the human mechanic.
I guess it doesn't really matter since they're not doing anything at the moment.
Yeah, but
so I'd like to, I guess, like grab a blaze and back out of here.
Okay, and you're probably gonna catch an up from the Veer, who will have to spend.
Yeah, I mean, not to spend his main action, but I have no action economy. I can't avoid it and move.
Okay, so you're gonna risk it for the biscuit.
That's disturbing, I suppose.
All right, so you drag Blaze and you begin to withdraw. All right, the Veer is gonna look and think about it. And Chew, you have a weapon in hand, and it looks like you're like ready to bonk anybody who comes around the corner, right?
Yeah.
The Veer is going to choose to not op you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna keep going and just go to the side as far as possible, hopefully allowing the turret.
Mm-hmm. Normally, it's half movement to drag a friend. I'm gonna say Blaze is like a small. So the only thing you're suffering from is your minus 2 meters of movement from the other situation, and the fact that this whole area is difficult terrain. So one.
Okay. Tell me how far I can move. Like, I don't know what that means.
So you have 8 meters.
So 6. So
you can get here.
Okay, I guess I'll get there then.
All right, so that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. And that effect doesn't stay on you. Bam. It's the Veer's turn, and the Veer is going to move right up on Chew and
get it that shot.
Yeah, and then get absolutely unloaded upon by the turret. Yeah.
Good turret.
4, 5, 6, 7 damage. And you know what? That takes out the Veer's stamina. And full auto actually does something a little bit extra, where I'm pretty sure that Veer is going to have to test real quick some resolve. Full auto. Spread it. Targets, the first success. Any target automatically suppresses. Yeah, so the Veer is suppressed. They're going to roll a resolve about that. They keep it together. They'll step over here.
Hit me.
Yeah. Now, your melee Overwatch is explicitly for people coming through this door, right?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. They're going to step to here, and they're going to try and bash you with their multi. That is 1 damage incoming. Do you have armor?
Yes, I have a shit ton of armor.
Roll. Boink.
Point.
Net neutral. Your mechanic actually already went. The adolescent news guy is going to hear the gunfire, right? And they're going to step here. They're going to step here. And they're going to step here and climb up to this next level. And then they are going to shoot down at you with their BR-91. As the bullets rattle. Alright, and that is with AP 3, so roll your armor at -3. Okay, so that's 5 damage, clearing your stamina and putting you down 1 health, right?
Yeah.
Alright, as you get shot. And it is the Praetorian Guard turret's turn. I'm going to have to give it sight to see who it can see and if it can shoot. So you have vision. And stream, I don't think that's a beat on anyone. So it's going to Overwatch. It's Chew's turn. Chew, what do you want to do?
I'm going to swing my harm baton at this Veer.
Roll me your harm baton.
What you want to do?
So, I mean, how good are the bullets in the turret? Like, could it shoot through a section of the wall to create additional firing opportunities?
So the exterior hull of this spaceship is holy shit.
Yeah, space where they.
So I'm gonna spend one of those things.
Yeah.
One of my stunts to push him to the side, assuming I still have stunts after he rolls armor.
Yeah.
To push him that way.
Okay, so Madeline, everywhere I'm putting these, like, you see these scuff marks?
Mm-hmm.
Those panels of wall have been so fucked up in the whatever happened with the shooting down and the landing that you think that just like liberal application of bullets could potentially take them down. Speaking of which, what's the ammo on the Praetorian Guard turret? We'll worry about that later, actually. It actually didn't go over. Okay, so the Veer is going to roll their armor. They're wearing no armor.
Okay, in that case, yeah, one of those is going to be spent pushing them to the side one.
Which way? This way? Left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the path of the gun turret, and the other two are just to damage it.
Alright, and they're going to roll endurance. To see if they get stunned. They do. They lose their next main action.
And then I am going to, as my side action, complain at the adolescent news squad and inform him I'm trying to save you some money.
Alright, so you deal 3 damage.
Again, my translator is still off.
Alright, so that's what Chu is saying and doing. And the news squad adolescent seems curious about this.
Do you wish me to roll communicate?
Roll me a communicate. Well, so
I'm convincing.
We're gonna see if the news squad adolescents.
Actually, should I push? Should I? I want to get an edge break, so I'm gonna keep on edging.
Dude.
So, but my edge break is awesome. I get full successes on these if I edge break. So that's -4.
Alright, so you have 2 left after. Ooh,
right, I definitely fucked myself up a bit.
That is a D8 plus 6. As we go into the 10-minute break, we are about to see what is about to totally...
I think that's one of the falling over options.
An 11? Oh.
Spasm, yeah. I lose my next side action. Okay, that's no problem.
Yeah, actually, that's weak as fuck for 11. What the fuck? I'll revise that. Anyway, but yeah, that's what you get. You just lose your next side action. I am
spazzing as I am being very much complaining at this news by adolescent. Yo, stop shooting me.
Alright, well, we'll see you all in 10 minutes. Thank you for coming out. Neat.
Oh.
Why you gotta kill the shit you going crazy?
Leone, thank you. It's actually brought to you by our sponsors, Pog Airs, for when you're a frog that needs to fly. Max, you're not incredibly pleased with that one?
Max isn't here yet, I don't think.
James. Wow, did I just misname James? Bad friend moment.
It's okay, you're just used to everyone judging you, and so you just picked one out of random.
Correct.
You had a 1 in 1,000 chance of being right.
Yeah. Okay. True.
But no, I had a really terrible idea for me about mechanics, or like minor mechanics in this game.
Mm-hmm.
What if, because I've realized a lot of these shocks involve like minor things like twitching and bump. What if those mess with Newsguy and Mirai speaking?
That's actually a good point.
Because like not all of their nouns are, or not all of their the sounds that Newsguy make are clapping and rubbing into stuff, but some of them are. And so I just had the idea, like, the spasming must be real confusing in the middle of a sentence. I mean, I'm sure with a super stunt in Communicate, it didn't affect this particular sentence, but.
Well, it was very convincing until your last words were like, your father was a hamster and your mother smelt of elderberries, and then you offended the news.
No, it wouldn't be like that. It would be like the last words were just, you know, when you have it tuned in not quite to the right radio station during a talk radio thing or something, and so it's just static along with all of the words, and you can kind of pick out what they're saying, but then there's also a lot of static, and sometimes the static is overwhelming. Oh no,
It's
I feel
me.
like
I return.
Yay.
It's a good thing I got back. I know the game really couldn't continue without me.
But of course. Max, you are darling, but I did wince a little because I was like, oh man, I remember at the beginning of this, I said like I wasn't gonna pull any punches in terms of like
No, it's
fatalities
good.
or
Like, I don't
anything.
blame you at all. It's just.
But then I remember
the only
that
thing I'm angry about is the fact that every time I play Change Stars, my rolls are the worst.
Yeah. But then I remember that like this game is way less lethal than Ada, so we don't really have to worry about it. Literally, you have to get a 12 before that shit is gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not so much killing, it's like how long you're out of commission in fights. It's been happening to Max a lot across several systems, so I'm sure he's very tired of
No, I mean, I tend to play lightweight characters, and I'm not smart, so it's a hazard of the life I
mean, you're a stealth character, so you try and go unseen. It's just that doesn't always work out. And hey, interesting roleplay can come from that.
Especially when my rolls suck every time.
Mm-hmm. Also because you don't tend to Damien it and just like leave the party behind to go do your stealth thing, you tend to try to stick with a party of people who aren't as good at stealth.
Maybe earlier in the session he did. I actually didn't realize how much of a solo mission that was going to become, or I would have abrogated it. Seems obvious in retrospect, of course.
Yeah, one character can fit through the tube.
I mean, I would have let other people crawl into it, but yeah, it was easiest for Max. No denying.
Also, like, I said the way that it could have been not was that if he needed it, I could have gone to the door, but he didn't need it. He didn't need any help.
Yeah, go to the door through the lasers.
Well, no, go around.
This is a very well balanced session. The first bit was very Max centric. Now it's Max free.
Decent. Yeah. We have like 40 more seconds before the break ends, but I'm just gonna, move on because I figure we're all back and good for it.
You're taking the break early?
Chu, it is your turn. No, it was your turn.
No, I just finished my turn. I told the newsguy also very convincingly, stop shooting at me. I'm trying to earn you more money.
The thing is, so like to get someone to stop being hostile in combat, it requires at least a super stunt in my book, if it's possible. And due to the counter resolve, you're down 2 successes, denying you the super stunt you otherwise had. So you.
No, I really was. I did the right thing by pushing to try to get more, but I failed horribly.
Yeah, you get an 11, and you lose your next side action.
Yep.
And it is Vrishka's turn.
Okay, so I want to take Blaze and put him in the vehicle.
Oh, I feel loved.
Also, wait, doesn't the church Daka at Veer?
Yeah. Oh, did I not hit that? Yeah, that goes off. Did I not already do that? Oh yeah, because this is like the second time he's getting hit by it.
Because I was very intelligent with my stunts.
Alright, that is going to be a hit for just enough to put the Veer down.
Yeah.
Makes my argument much more convincing.
And the Veer is looking like they are probably fine, and they remain conscious.
Fucking Veer.
Alright, so Vrishka, yeah, it's like the bullets are going daka. Out of your turret. Where do you want to head? Alright, you head over here. You spend 5 meters. You stow Blaze inside the vehicle. On May will presumably render medical aid at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if she has that skill, but I sure as hell don't.
You see the Veer is down, but you know they're still shooting inside.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to go back in with my melee weapon. But, I don't know. I guess I'll start heading back towards the entrance.
Okay.
There's something better to do. That's fine. I'm gonna go to sneak up on the next one.
You can side dash if you want, as a threat and all. But yeah, otherwise you move on to the Veer, who just, begins to crawl away from Chew.
I'm gonna spend a half action to whack at him to stop him from crawling away.
Isn't it?
As he tries
I think it's your main action to op.
Or yeah, sorry, main action. That's what I meant.
All right. So you're gonna have neither a side nor main next turn, just movement. All right. Give us the attack.
Whack. Actually, wait. No, I'm not gonna whack at him.
Yeah, you might need your turn to deal with the news fly.
Nope, I'm not doing that either. I'm gonna bite him.
In the show face?
Yep. Chomp right on through him.
D12 plus 1. You deliver a worse critical wound. And as an NPC, I'm just going to say he's like bleeding out now. Not necessarily really the rules, but...
Because doesn't it add more for the extra stunts?
Yeah, so right now that I don't think that gets factored in.
Okay. In any case, yeah, I just bite him.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a little fucked up. That's the Veer's turn. And it's a human mechanic's turn. And the human mechanic is gonna pull up to this corner peek you, aim and shoot. For that sweet +2 to ranged attack. So that is 4 damage coming your way. No AP.
That knocks me down.
Roll me a d12. All right, yeah. So that is the second party member who is. You roll me endurance when you go down to see if you remain conscious.
I am perfectly conscious.
You are conscious. Can you super stunt to stay standing? I feel like that would be a really appropriate thing. Fuck it, yeah. I'll figure out specifics on that later, but for the moment, yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to retreat after this. I took out the Veer. I did my
you
job.
still, with the caveat that you still took whatever this fucking wound was.
Oh, yeah.
You still, the breaking table, got abrasions. Oh, wait, you also got, no, you didn't. You got lacerations. You're fine. Oh, but it's a -1 to communicate tests.
Oh.
As for
How
D4
long?
hours, roll a D4 for how many hours?
Oh
Your
no.
abrasions make you very unsightly and make it hard to communicate.
No, for the next
3
3 hours, I
hours.
look kind of ugly.
Squatty.
Yeah, so it's a 5-day wound on Roy and then a 3-hour wound on Zoe. Alright, so that's the mechanic's turn. It's the New Squad Adolescent's turn. New Squad Adolescent is going to see that you're, like, still alive. And it's going to think about it, and it's going to say, transaction, going once. Throw down your weapon, and I will consider sparing your life.
I mean, I can't act. I am spasming. You can see I'm spasming.
Alright.
I feel like you could throw down your weapon.
I'd say it's a free action to drop.
And I feel like you should. Like, it's a harm baton. It's
Yeah,
not
I am going to drop the harm baton.
Alright.
Yes.
Alright, then, they remains, like, overwatching you, and, you know, they say, turn off your turret, and the turret, gets back to its turn and overwatches again.
No, well, can we control it? Like, if
Yeah.
I radio on May?
Yeah.
I think we want to blow this section of the wall now.
Alright, yeah, okay. So, the turret rotates under Onmei's instructions, and it just opens up. And it delivers enough damage that there is like, say this area is looking pretty fucked up. And there is a hole which could either be crawled through or ripped open to further expand it now in the wall.
Is it see-throughable, or is it just...
Yeah, I'm just having to fix up the light layer around it before I remove. Alright, the Praetorian Guard turret has taken its turn. It is no longer overwatching. It is Chu's turn. Chu, you've dropped your weapon, you can't shoot, you can't do anything, and if you move, you're gonna get popped.
I am standing still.
Alright, then that's your turn.
If I can, I'm going to continue to
No,
try
I don't
to
think so. I think you're like jittering and fucked up.
I am way too jittery to do anything sensible.
Alright. It is Chu's turn. That was Chu's turn. It is Vrishka's turn.
Okay, let's see. How far can I go? I guess I can get there with just my move, and then I could use my side action to go farther in. So I'm gonna do that.
Alright. Yeah.
I guess I'm just gonna wriggle through.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll cost like movement as part of my side action and not a whole action.
I think it'll be a maneuver test, and if you fail, it will cost you more action economy. Otherwise, it's just difficult terrain.
Okay.
You pass. Just difficult terrain. There's a door to your north right here. There's a bit lower that's clogged up with snow, presumably kind of scraped. Yeah, and I don't think we've ever established an action economy cost for doors, so I assume it just bleeps open for you.
Okay.
I'm assuming you want to go through?
Yeah.
Alright. So you're 2 meters into your dash at this point. As this becomes what you see.
Alright. So I guess the play here is to sneak up on this guy. Or just grab him? Like, do I still have the action economy to hold him hostage?
If you can reach him and hit him in melee, yeah, you can grab him.
Yeah, I guess I can reach him.
Or you can just kill him.
You are 1 meter short.
Oh fuck!
With Thren move, I thought Thren could move like we do. Are Thren not masters of movement like the new spy?
So it was 8 meters to get rid of the hole, difficult terrain to pop through for 2 meters, and then the rest of her 8 meter move.
Oh, difficult
leaving
terrain.
6.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot about the difficult terrain bit.
I would say I would let you attempt this. So you're dashing. You're coming around the corner hard, but you know where he is. I will let you take a -2 modifier to make this a lunge, but if you fail, you'll be prone next to him.
What weapon? Well, he's got a gun, right? I mean,
He's
prone
got-
isn't special for gun attacks, does it? It's not like melee where they get an advantage.
No, at a range, prone would actually help you against getting shot, but if he's right next to you, it won't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an attack at a -2?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I guess I should... Am I using my weapon, or is it like...
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Not the worst thing.
You lunge upon him with a stunt harm baton, presumably hitting him and then using the stunt to take him hostage.
Yeah.
You take him unawares, so he's not ready to resist, and he makes an endurance to see if he loses his next main action.
Here's my shock. Here's the power roll for the harm baton.
He does not lose his next main action. With a 6...
46, never mind.
With a 6, you trip anyway. But you've got him...
So you pull him down to the ground.
Yeah, you've got him in your clutches. And he resists getting stunned, but you've got him. And,
Wait, if she trips and falls to the ground in doing this, aren't they both end up prone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how it works if you've got your hands on someone and then you trip.
Yeah. So, like, he falls back onto her, and she's got, like, the harm baton in his throat. And, yeah, I think that's the whole snafu, and, of course, he is going to, roll his maintenance rig to see if he does actually block the 1 damage. But, yeah, he's in the compromised position. He's like, ah! So that's Rishka's turn. The Veer is too badly damaged to be a factor at this point. The human mechanic says, "Get off of me!" And then he attempts to contest melee.
Pull your friend off, and we can work something out.
He's gonna twist around, and I think this is gonna be a contested melee.
Okay.
Melee to melee. Oh. Yeah, you have an extra...
An expert war dancer who's done plenty of grappling.
You have an extra, fucking stunt if you want to, hurt him or give him a wedgie.
What are my options?
Actually, he has a maintenance rig. You could reach around him and unbuckle it and remove his armor.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, his maintenance rig hits the floor and he's like, "Oh! You Thren! So dirty!" And that's his main action. As a side action, normally you can shove, but he basically just did a shove. I don't know if you can just side action twice, right?
So
yeah, you can do multiple. The main actions can work as side actions.
All right, then I guess as repetitive as it sounds, I think he tries again because. Yeah.
He's at a slight disadvantage. He's clearly not in a great position to do this. He just failed.
Yeah, I'll put him at a -1.
Why are you asking for more dice? You literally have more than twice the number of dice as he has.
Yeah, but I should be better at this than he is. And see, every single roll makes the possibility of a shock, which is very irritating.
Oh, I really hope this is a clutch.
You deal.
No, you're just still tripped. You can't get up.
You deal 1 damage to his stamina. He's like, "Oof!" as you trip again, flopping about on the floor with him.
I'm sorry. It wouldn't have been hilarious if that was actually a 7 instead of a 6, and you just started clutching him.
I mean, that'd be something.
The Newsquire adolescent is going to hear the fighting and hear what Vrishka says, and the Newsquire adolescent says, I propose a trade. I believe that you have found a useful person in your clutches, and I have found a talkative one in mine. Is this Guy your associate, unknown speaker?
Like, yes, love to trade.
Very well, then. However, you have also mortally wounded one of my compatriots, and for that I will need to extract further satisfaction than one
You
life.
also mortally wounded one of our compatriots. Like,
But consider the body weight by mass. That veer is the size of many rasts. The rast is a comparatively
Yes, but
small
consider
loss.
Can
the
I
rat
comment
is
now?
a snack
hacking
modifier.
specialist.
Can I just say...
Tiny weight in gold.
I will make note of the fact that you have a hacking specialist rast in your companionship should anybody offer me money for that information in the future. Now then. I see. Very well, I grant you. We have both taken equivalent losses, and may yet make this right under the non-aggression principle by equivalent exchange. Known, of course, in my culture as the law of equivalent exchange. Now then. And then, like, they put on their radio, and they go, and, you don't understand what they're saying, Vrishka, but Chu, you understand them saying, we have a hostage situation, where are you? And then, you don't hear what the response is, but you feel like someone is probably, on the move after this exchange. And the Newsquire adolescent says, very well then, considering that I am speaking to two of you, I will await one of my compatriots' arrival, and then we will negotiate on equal footing. And that's the end of their turn. They remain overwatched on Shu. It's the Praetorian Guard's turn. We presume it re-overwatches for any targets who are hostile to you. It is Chu's turn.
Alright. I am no longer unable to do anything. So, still with -1. But, I'm just going to... Again, translator's still not on. I'm just going to say... Everyone would believe you perfectly fine if the human mechanic were to just, die here.
The human mechanic, is still
us.
useful. That is not available to me.
Are you really saying you're not capable of doing that on your own?
I am saying that he is
You
useful
survived
to me.
Your childhood. You made it this far.
My childhood involved no human engineering.
My compatriots know human engineering, and unlike that one, we do not ask for a share of what you seek.
I can have no good verification of your credentials. We must await the person who has put together this venture before negotiating further. Do not press your luck.
I say my whole name that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, and I have many friends who could be more than happy to verify my credentials as a trustworthy and honorable person.
Regardless of the situation, we await my companions so that we may negotiate on equal footing and keep their gun trained on you in case this is a ruse to slip away. The situation doesn't really evolve with them. Chu, I'm assuming you don't take any drastic action.
I mean, I'm gonna keep trying to ingratiate myself with them, but I assume that my role is just the same.
Yeah,
so I don't roll.
Yeah, so Vrishka, it's your turn, and the human mechanic goes, can't you let me go? I mean, we're doing a whole thing.
Gosh, wow. I never contemplated that. Okay, so can I, just use the stun feature to knock him unconscious? I have the harm baton to his neck. It's got great contact.
I would say this is considered a modifier 3 attack because it's like the unseen attack, but I won't let it guarantee he goes down. I will say he has the gun in his hand. You could take it from him.
Okay, I mean...
Or you could just try and knock him out, yeah.
I mean, it's not, it's not because of the gun. I honestly didn't know that he still had it, but I need to move, and it's very difficult to move if he's fighting me every step of the way. So I would like to be unconscious, which will also solve the gun problem.
That's true.
Actually, wait.
Come on, you can...
There is an assassinate attack in our system. Let me just check that
Be an
really
edgelord
fast.
about it.
I mean, yes, I'll have to push, but I'm waiting to hear about this assassination.
The only thing is, technically speaking, by the rules, assassination attacks take 10 minutes to line up.
Mhm.
But I would rule unique circumstances due to your advantage gained over him. So you make the weapons attack, and then they can test with endurance. And if you win, they drop to 0 and then roll break. Although you're using a subdue weapon, so he's just knocked unconscious. So
I mean, that's really so. I'm gonna push that then.
Mhm.
Ugh. Oh wait, that's
Be an
the wrong-
edgelord.
Okay, edge isn't good, James. I mean, it can be, but it's not really.
I'm sorry, I need to make it up to 8 edge so that I can edge break and be a silver tongue.
Oh, that's sort of helpful.
Alright, yeah, so you're going 3 up against his...
+4. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like, "Zow!" And you perfectly put him to nothing. He is unconscious.
Okay, now I'd like to move with him.
Alright, so you want to drag him somewhere? He's a full-sized human, so that is having your movement.
Yeah, which is inconvenient. But I mean, we need to, like, the thing we need to do is hopefully in this room, like...
Yeah, that looks like the bridge. That looks like that would control everything.
So, like, this computer, ideally?
You could definitely go over to that computer console, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go there first. I'm not a computer person, which makes this very inconvenient, but, like, I just need to turn the thrusters on for a second.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do it now, but I move over to this computer, still, you know, holding this guy as a hostage shield.
Alright, so at this point, I think we're gonna break out of initiative order.
Okay.
And let me just check something really fast about, breaking, when grievous wounds, resilient on fail, conscious, drop into 0 edge. Okay. That is the Veer's turn. The Veer doesn't do anything. I think we exit turn order at this point. Shu, you remain in the room and try to ingratiate yourself with the newsboy adolescent.
Yeah, I'm like,
Vrishka,
friend,
you're trying to keep...
I am simply seeking what's best for you. You are you are a member of my brood. I simply wish for you
Oh god.
to have the best possible life.
Just because he doesn't want to be converted and finds this offensive.
Alright, so Vrishka, I'm assuming you're going to come to this computer and you start looking around for what you need to do?
Yeah.
Alright, the computers are all fucked up and there's like a lot more broken glass should be in this room. Things are like fucked, things are blurring and blinking at you. It is a systems -2 to just try and manipulate this panel to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I literally can't do that. I have a cognition of 2 and 0 systems.
Well, you can always roll 1 dice, so just make it a -1.
Yes, but like on me, like I need to blaze back now, please, immediately. Or
Hello, I would like 1 blaze.
out there.
So you guys picked up a med kit, but someone needs a special talent to be able to use that. So okay, don't let me forget. I checked. There's no rules surrounding how long it takes you to get back up after you break. But let me go to this Pat's character sheet.
It's healing? Isn't it just the...
Yeah, I think it is the rate of healing. But let me just check her
Stamina
character sheet.
It took you normally like 10 minutes to wake up from unconsciousness, just with no other factors.
Okay. Max, Blaze has awoken at 1 health after an amount of medical attention has been paid to them. They of course still have 5 days of a critical wound remaining, and as that happens, the Newsguy adult enters into the airlock and says, "Ah, yes, I was just outside, engaged in combat. Yes. Well then.
Oh no!
It is time for us to negotiate." And says, "Ah, you have a compatriot on the bridge."
Yep, and now I'm just gonna take my 1 die to bonk things. No, actually, I'm not. I feel like this is just gonna fuck things up worse.
Alright, so you're not gonna drop on the New Squad adult?
What?
Oh, you said to systems. Never mind.
No, I'm not gonna. Well, how would I'm gonna take my hostage and attack the Newsguy adult? Do I know that you communicated with earlier?
Newsguy adult.
Idea.
Yeah, the Newsguy adult comes in here, and the Newsguy adolescent is like, "Where is our meat cutter? We require assistance on fields of mud." And Newsguy adult says, "I am afraid that the surgeon has met with a tragic case of being dead, and we must now negotiate with one less person. And of course, per the terms of our charter, one less share." I see. How did that occur? Well, you see, they died of bullets when the enemy engaged them. How many enemies are there? I am not aware. Lamp creative is rating, so it seems like there's some tension in the room, because this Newsguy is maybe not as good at lying or keeping their mouth box shut. Vrishka, do you want to head towards the negotiating room, or are you staying in here?
I'm gonna stay in here. I don't want to get into a room with 3 Newsguy in it. I can't see that ending well for me.
None of us are truly enemies here, friends. I'm telling the one who is pointing a gun at me still.
Hey, Lamp creative, we're in a 3-way standoff.
I don't wish to be shot again. It hurts.
Alright, Max. Blaze is up and awake at 1 health.
I wake up and I'm like, oh god, what the fuck?
Quite.
Yeah, to be like, Blaze up yet? Like, this is a time-sensitive situation here.
Yeah, I pick up my phone, I'm like, yeah, no.
Like, hey, got access to the computers, I've got a hostage, but I don't do computer things. That's why I have you. Get over here.
Oh. Okay, I get over there.
The turret hole. Don't go in the front hole. Because
yeah, I see the side hole.
Entrances.
Alright, Blaze, you just been banged up a bit. You wanna roll maneuver to see how well you slide in the side hole?
Yes, I'm also gonna try to attempt to be sneaky. Luckily, I no longer have a bunch of edge, so I can actually hypothetically succeed on rolls.
It does load attention, Lamp.
Unfortunately, the hypotheticality did not.
Blaze gets stuck in the hole. Like, man, you want to push it?
Steps, brother, no.
Come on, be an edgelord.
I'll do an edge. It's gonna bite me in the ass. I'm gonna roll a goddamn panic this time. I'm gonna roll the worst result. I'm gonna die again.
We're not going to die from the four. Like,
you pop out very well and sneakily.
Become one with the edge.
This is exactly how it happens. I get rid of my edge and then I just never roll successes.
Yeah. So, Max, you do hear talking down the hallway, so you surmise that if you pass in front of this doorway without doing anything to prevent it, you will be detected, but you are otherwise stealthy.
Well, I have a great plan for not being detected while passing the hallway. It's called passing over the door. It's called go really quickly.
Could you theoretically freak it from here?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a great situation.
Could I?
It wouldn't be a very good situation, and you'd have to sit there and crack the security and then do what you're doing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Here's a question. I have all sorts of tools and
you could hit this button and close the door.
Toss a wire?
I mean, I could, but then honestly, Chu looks like he can handle it. I'm gonna close the door.
Alright, so the door closes and the new squad adult says, "Wait, we no longer have line of sight on your hostage."
I apologize. Do I have permission to go for my comm box? I will tell my people to open back up the door.
Yes, do that.
I'm gonna go tell my comm box and be like, "Open back up the door. Our friends over here wish to keep their visual line of sight."
Okay, so now Blaze is safely out of sight?
Yeah, Blaze is safely out of sight.
Back up.
Blaze is actually in the little nook, like the little cubby underneath the desk, and is like down by basically the desktop, and it has a port you can plug in your Fenrir Core D-Diag tool directly to. Don't forget it's down to 5 power now, so we'll be tracking that somewhere. But
Alright.
But if you want to, you can jack it straight in, get the +2 bonus, not have to worry about the fact that the screens up there are all fucked up.
Yes, I do that. I jack in.
Okay.
But isn't it great how many dice I have, guys?
All right, so 1 success will allow you to assess the situation. You want to keep it as is?
I'm not getting more edge.
Okay, you assess that the thrusters at the midpoint, something's damaged the main haft, and the fuel lines, the main and auxiliary fuel lines are disconnected to the front of the ship, and the reservoir there has burned out during attempts by the thrusters to cushion the landing. So you're going to need to reconnect the fuel reservoir. Someone's going to need to physically reconnect the fuel reservoir in order to power the thrusters up there.
So where is the fuel?
Alright, I turn to Vrishka, I'm like, I need to go deeper.
It's like somewhere in the walls, like where you are, basically.
Oh, okay.
Is where the fuel
I'm
reservoir
gonna be
is.
like, give me but a moment, I'm gonna start tearing apart some walls.
Well, no. Okay, so like the fuel line is cut. You see, okay, so look down this hallway. You're obviously Blaze remains hidden, but like if you look down this hallway, you see there's like a bit of a fucked up room here that the viewer's hiding in. Yeah, the fuel lines through that room have broken. You need to physically connect a fucking like pipe in that room to get the liquid fuel over there.
As I was trying to ask that your friend here, I gestured towards the newsboy adult, before he tried to attack me when I was atop the ship. Where or what exactly are you guys looking for? We could be of help. We do not seek any profit from your endeavors.
How can we know? Tell us what your motivation is here, and then we will tell you ours.
And I'm just like, can't stand this unassent. We're here for the shuttle. Is that a conflict of interest?
The shuttle is valuable. However, I value my life greatly, and you have clearly killed many people and pose other threat to my life. The risk to my life is not worth one shuttle. You may have that, but nothing else. And in return, we will permit you to go about your activities to retrieve the shuttle on our legitimate salvage. As for our interests, we acquired this from the location of the drop from a neutral third party, and we came here because we believe the vessel was shot down, in part because of something that it had on it. Communications logs that we acquired were interesting about the final living moments of the crew members and the reason that the SAM sites opened fire upon the vessel.
Would what you're looking for be related to the giant tub of livers that I found in the back?
We had hopes to salvage some of the organics and other machinery, and we'd hoped to take all the cargo, but there is... And then they cut off as the other news guy says, no need to show our hand. Suffice to say, we do not have a conflict of interest. You are free to take the shuttle.
Like, alright, so Chu, if you could just grab that crossbow and back up this way.
Now then, you will, of course, hand over our mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, let's get you to a doorway near line of fire, and I guess I need to move out. Like, so I guess I'll move out.
Right, I will pick up the crossbow.
And then she will be allowed to leave this way as I shove the guy in this way.
Oh yeah, you can pick up the crossbow.
As well as my Spartan baton again. Assuming they don't go for me as I pick up either of them.
They don't, but they've got guns trained on you.
Of course.
They skitter around. They keep guns trained on you, but they don't stop you. And they say,
I just walk to the front of the ship.
And they're like, wait, send the mechanic over first.
Oh, all right. Hand him over to me.
Yep. Okay. Gives mechanic.
Poof. All right.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was unconscious. I informed them as I sort of walked him back into the room.
They're like, I see. Wait. This is agreeable. Leave the human in that airlock chamber. Step back onto the bridge and close the door for 60 seconds. In that period of time, we will withdraw.
Of course. Many thanks to you.
And to you. And the Newsquire adult, by the way, like mentions their like communicator code and say, we will be in touch about further considerations.
Of course.
And yeah, you know that their name is Zlik Tosh, Glib. But you can call him Slick. And yeah, so you guys comply. Door closed.
And I'm like, okay, crossbow, please. Like, rather
Here
we
you
are
go.
so I choose complete lack of dexterity.
Also, we're gonna have to fix a pipe before we can set up thrusters, before we can get the show out of here.
You guys
Just so
hear
know.
you guys hear a vehicle like a Dillo kick on and like drive a little.
Like, wow.
Yeah, we're gonna have some time. They agreed to leave while we take the shuttle, and then they're gonna come back and claim all of the loot.
Wow, that really seems like a set of Red Devil Cross, because what would stop us from taking the stuff? So let's just move really, really quickly. Okay. Okay, so what's this plan?
What stops us is they trust us.
Oh my god,
I have a trustworthy face.
I have no time for your weird ass naivete. You guys temporarily alive, which is great, but seriously, Blaze, what do we need?
Well, we need to fix a pipe. It's down the hall.
You just need to establish a vacuum sealed physical connection between two pipes that Blaze has like a picture of on his comm box, and like very direct IKEA instructions.
All right.
You just need to get it connected. It's not the sort of thing that will require a mechanics test. It's just that you need the material. You need like a sufficiently long tube or pipe, and then to weld. If you're going to weld it, you will need to make a mechanics test, but it'll be pretty easy. Also, you notice that the gun rack on this ship has the grate dropped and is still closed.
No, someone else can
I
open
would
it.
feel
I'm
real
gonna
nervous about taking
open the
guns, but
door.
you guys like to go ahead.
Sure, yeah, the door is still perfectly functional and openable. And it is, yeah. You guys are free to inspect the bridge if you'd like, but, so, Blaze, you are scuttling down.
Yes. I gotta fucking run around.
I'm actually, while they fix the ship, I'm gonna inspect every room for like hidden compartments.
Okay,
Any hidden compartments I'm fine. I'm gonna just put a like big X near them.
Okay, shoot. Important question. If you see something that seems off, are you gonna like open it, investigate, or just put an X?
Just put an X. I'm not actually gonna investigate.
Understood. Make me your scrutiny. Okay, so Blaze and Vrishka, y'all are down here. There are some. So, like, are you looking for parts to repair this? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Blaze, you have downloaded to your phone like where the parts should be, and they're in this compartment. You quickly direct Vrishka to a tube. It's long and slinky, but you know, shouldn't be that hard.
Also, do we have like welding equipment?
Important question.
So the
I
tube, you are going to make a tube connect. So what you're going to do is this tube has a vacuum sealer on either side of it. You're going to go to either end of the broken tube and then seal it together with the tube. So you're not going to have to do any welding.
Awesome. It's tube time.
It's an emergency repair precisely for when you can't weld. So yeah, you guys are in here.
It's not gay if the tubes don't touch.
And Vrishka like has the stuff in hand. You fumbled. What?
Well, I mean, I only had the hard baton in my hand, so I dropped the hard baton because that's the only thing in my inventory as well.
Okay, here's what happens. You're placing an X right here because you've noticed that there's this cabinet seems to be like a little hollowed out, right? You drop the harm baton, it goes bzzz and strikes the outside, and then you hear something moving within. And,
that's not good.
And then it's still, but you definitely heard something mechanical move inside of there.
All right, I'm gonna pick that up. I'm going to go on the comm box to Warren. There's some mechanical stuff happening back here.
And I'm like,
when it was hit with electricity, I apologize. I dropped my stick.
Okay, cool. Whatever. We're gonna get
and then
fucking out of here.
Going about my day.
Pipe time, thruster time.
All right.
No time to look back.
So Chu, you never really turn around because you're a news guy, right? Like you got heads in either direction.
Correct.
Okay, do we get the pipe done before this craziness goes on or not? Like, let us do the thing.
No, you are.
Sorry.
I deliberately stopped right there because you're in the middle of it as this happens.
Great.
Okay.
But yeah, I think yeah, that's what happens. You are able to walk away, and then the tube gets done. Sorry, I expected that to go slightly differently. Tube gets hooked up. And bloop. Yeah, you guys have the fuel.
But who cares? Let's go.
Yeah, all you have to do is punch a button on the bridge, and it'll send the fuel down here, and then you can just use the bridge to fire exactly one thruster.
Okay.
Please.
Yes.
Button pushing guy.
Yes. Let's go push a button. Beep.
Alright, so Blaze, you come up, you press the button, and there's also like a cargo bay. There's also like a shuttle. Like the shuttle bay needs to be unlocked as well. Although you could technically physically force it there. You could also just hit the buttons
I
here.
prefer to do it from here. It seems a lot easier.
Yeah. When you're going to do it, you notice something. The button that's supposed to open the shuttle has been designed to make it look like you've opened the shuttle bay doors, even though when you press it, it doesn't open the shuttle bay doors. Someone has tampered with the... would have to tamper with the AI to keep this in place. The AI is presently disconnected.
So what? Someone wanted people to attempt to escape and not be able to.
That's weird. Can I override that and get them open anyway?
Yes. It's going to be a systems. You can use the DDiag tool for the modifier of 2, and then roll the 5 powered, and then roll it again for the previous time. That's a success.
I can get 1 success.
And then it goes down to powered 4, and then roll 4. You keep it at 4. Yeah. So Blaze, what do you audibly say when you've achieved this?
I'm in.
Okay.
Okay, shuttle time.
Yeah, and then I press the fire button. Also, I'm like, oh, some weird sabotage stuff went on, but who cares? Let's get out of here.
Okay.
It's probably because the sabotage... Wait, what sabotage?
They just try to make it look like you couldn't, when you press the button to open the shuttle bay doors and wouldn't actually do anything. I made that not happen anymore. Now the shuttle bay doors are open.
Okay.
Whoosh! Melt the snow.
Yeah, so the snow is melted and the way forward is all clear. You guys have obviously given yourselves access to the shuttle. So Blaze, you're like the last person out, right? And as everyone's where they are, yeah, you hear like that cabinet from earlier click open.
No.
And you see a curious but familiar sort of eye peering out of it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And it raises a chain gun, the sort that could pump out a whole lot of fire if it had to, riddling someone's body, even destroying their Sair pistol in the process. And its eye fixates on you, and its eye like scrolls in and says, "Are you a pilot?"
Yes!
Excellent. Do not move, and you will be spared. And then it's starting to step forward, and you can tell it's about to start shooting down the hallway at your friends. You guys just heard that exchange.
I chose the right answer, guys.
Do we get to do something?
Yeah. I mean, from the moment that you hear something step out behind you...
I am going to say loudly, friend, I know a place that you would really like to visit.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll out, just get out of this hole.
If you come with us,
Yeah.
after we finish the job that these people do, I will take you to very nice place for you.
Alright, so, Rivka...
I know this lovely fellow, I've...
Alright, and Chu, you're remaining in the hallway when you do that?
Correct. Well, I'm gonna duck into, this little side, so I'm not clear and visible right down the hall range.
You're, getting behind the cover of this, EVA locker.
Yeah, just cover of the locker. As I just,
All right. The meat.
I know this wonderful friend. I have this wonderful friend. He's of the family. He's of the family. I think it's like
the meat cuts you off and says, "That sounds great. I would love to be friends. Why don't you step out from behind your cover?" The gun is definitely pointed right where you will step out.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm probably gonna.
Because I know the friend,
to this
and
hole.
until you until you realize the wisdom, I know what impulses. What family are you from?
Blaze.
What line?
Blaze, what are you gonna do?
I mean, they got a meat unit fucking on with a chain gun.
It's pointing it right now to the west. And yeah, so Vrishka, you want to come on this hole?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think of what I even could do here.
It will make noise when you come through, but you clambered
it?
through before, so it's not another test. No.
More stealthily, like.
Yeah, you can roll. Oh, yeah, to do it stealthily, absolutely, yes. You can roll the maneuver. Blaze, you know that the meats are incredibly hardened against intrusion. However, the best tool in the galaxy, perhaps, other than a specialized spike, is a Fenrir Core D-Diag tool. So if you could get to the port right on the back of the meat's brain stalk, then yeah, you could try and reprogram it. That would be
all right.
Something that you could reasonably expect it to immediately respond to by ramming you through with a fucking stake.
I have a question and then a plan if the question's answer is what I wish it to be. Could I preload a shutdown command so that all I need to do is press a button once it's plugged in?
Fenrir Core didn't make half-price battle bots. It's going to be a little more complicated.
Okay. Well, in that case, my plan is pointless, and there's no point.
I mean, I'll say this. I get
distracted by shooting at it.
Yeah, I will say this. If you had a main and side action, you might be able to do it in one turn. It wouldn't be just pressing the button, but you might be able to do it.
Okay, because my plan is more or less to climb up this bad boy, piggyback in, plug it in.
Okay, actually, I have something that I'm going to do. Can I attempt to roll a communicate to get him to stand down or to lower his weapon?
The meat categorically right now is going to kill everyone who isn't the one pilot that it needs.
Can I attempt to?
I will permit you to attempt, but I need you to understand that it really doesn't matter if everything comes up as success.
You say this.
As the god of this world, yes.
Yeah.
Shoot, he wants to get to 8 and then trigger his edge break because he can keep the meat distracted with it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a distraction. It's not a. Oh, I can't trigger my edge break. However, I do get 5 for my distraction ability.
Yeah, so that's a D4 plus
7.
For another 11, you lose the next side action.
So I continue to,
and
spasm as I have turned on my communicator, and I'm just like, hey, listen,
and
I know a friend. Just let us live and take you to my friend, and you'll be much happier than you are just here.
All right, so you're running your mouth. Blaze is suited up to make it when the distraction happens. It's not so. Vrishka, you maneuver in stealthily.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at it with my crossbow.
Fair enough. You with an aim, you'll be able to add a modifier of 2.
Okay.
Because we assume you take a moment to line up the shot.
I am being quite distracting.
Okay.
Pretty bad. But it's mostly a distraction.
Alright, so the meat will now roll its armor.
I'm within 6 meat. Dang it, Vrishka.
It tings off, and the meat turns and of course, begin peppering this room with fire. But you can be ready to dodge.
Yeah, I mean, my current plan is to just lure it back out through the hole so I get the turret to fire on it, because I don't know anyone else's plan.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So you fucking you pop your shot. You dodge roll out. I'm gonna say so. Like the meat does have like a lightning quick reaction time. So I'm gonna say you're gonna contest alacrity with it to see if it gets to shoot at you.
Assume you mean maneuver?
Maneuver. It is going to spend a processing to reroll that. But defensive, you reduce its successes to nothing. And then whatever the thing happens is, so like shooting is happening, all the crazy is going down. Blaze, this is your one chance. It's got it's hyper fixated on trying to kill that that heat signature. This is it. You're gonna have to make me a maneuver to parkour up its back, and then you're gonna have to make the systems with a modifier of 2 from the Fenrir core D-diag. Are you ready?
All right. Walk me through that one more time. Sorry, I'm really out of
Make
it.
a maneuver. Make a maneuver test.
Okay, maneuver.
Because you need to climb on its back to get to its port.
Fuck, it's not getting in. See, literally, this game. I don't.
You know it's going to rip around and fucking impale you with its spike if you don't.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
All right,
yay.
with a stunt to spare. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Give us the systems test. What can I
If you
do?
just reset it, then I can immediately edge break and convince it to be on our side.
Oh my god. Like, I'm sorry, but in character, we
And
definitely
look at
don't
that.
believe you can convince a, human empire robot to do your bidding
All right.
at all, even a little bit.
Okay, so here's what happens. You get into the brain of the meat, and as you're like running through its vulnerabilities, it rewrites itself as it attempts to contest this with the systems. And you beat it by 1.
Oh, wait. I'm in.
Oh my
I missed my ear.
Amazing. This
Hack the planet.
you are not familiar with meat lines. The only thing that you can really do in this sort of a scenario is try and just destroy its brain.
I like this plan. It's a good plan. I
Okay.
should note that I believe all Rast I play have some familiarity with meat.
With a whiz, a fizz, and a bang, it steps back, and with a smoke rising from it, plummets to the ground. And it looks you have deleted System 32 from the meat, and it smolders.
Dang it. That guy could have been useful.
And I'm like,
Well,
that's probably why the Newsquire are here, so we need to get out of here before they realize that we wrecked their toy. But also, great work, Blaze. Chew, I don't know what you were doing. This feels like it's basically all your fault, but we're gonna move on for the sake of harmony.
Very
Yes,
thread
let's
moment.
get to the shuttle and leave.
All right, yeah. Anmei is truly been in the proper aristocratic role. She's just been watching her drones do the work, while she occasionally moves a vehicle that also does the work in an automated fashion.
Alright.
And yeah, I'm assuming that, okay, so you guys don't try and go for any further loot, you're just making it to the shuttle, you're getting in, the door doesn't present any significant, barrier to you, and there's a great melty pool, here, Chew, where you see that, the hole you're gonna come out of has been melted.
Yay, we did it, guys. We saved the city.
Yeah.
It's like,
So-
so you definitely know what we're doing here. But you do seem to have a lot of blood
Can
loss.
I write a quick program for the driving ship to just drive its way across, take the long and very slow way to drive across the plains to...
By all means, right? To give me a systems. If you're willing to spend 10 minutes, I'll give you a modifier of 3.
You're not spending... Chew, if you are not on the shuttle, we are taking off without you.
Anmei is definitely hauling ass for the shuttle.
Question, is Blaze opening that door with his spending 10 minutes to do it?
No.
No.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I won't do the 10 minutes, but I want to do it very quickly.
Yeah,
And
just
then
roll,
head out.
right, just pop me a straight systems then.
Oh, no. I fail.
Unfortunately, it looks like the autopilot has had a completely different simulated personality installed. Something called Phantom with an F. You're not familiar with it. It's probably some customer bootleg. So you'd have to relearn the whole thing, and that's on a 60-second job. So
yeah,
the most you can do is you can like drop a chair on. You can just like yoink the accelerate and roll out if you want.
No, I'm gonna join it with the crew because.
Right, and do you leave the gun rolled out and on?
Hmm?
Do you leave the gun rolled out and on?
No, I shut the gun down and I cover it back up. Or cover the hidden space back up.
Alright, yeah, well in that case, I believe everybody goes to the shuttle, which is hell. It's like it's a weird thing to climb into because it's held to like suspend itself like facing down here. The doors have slid open. There's lots of sloshing water and snow melt as the thruster afterglow. There's a nice hydrogen burn on the snow. Everybody piles the fuck in. And for normal operations, you don't have to roll. You just drive like straight line shit. You don't have to. But to go out in this spectacular fashion, incurring no damage to your otherwise pristine shuttle, someone's gonna need to make me a straight operate.
It's time, boys. I hope. Here's what's gonna happen. I get 0 successes and 2 panics.
2 successes,
No,
no
that's
panic.
2 successes, 0 panics. I just got the words mixed up.
What do you want your stunt to be as you whoop and then Wisa go
I
through
want to do it with flair.
You hit him with that Wisa go through the planet core as you splash out through the snow melt. And as it gloriously like refreezes but also shoughs away as a sheet of quick ice, you head out into Zawarudo. And life support kicks in, and you guys just keep on keeping on onto Orbulos. And you're departing from near Hale Harbor. Yeah, you guys are...
Sorry, it just reminds me of a funny thing.
You guys are in the small, is a good way to put it, shuttle.
Cozy.
Yeah. All of
I'm
that.
actually gonna sit on someone's lap again.
All right. Whose lap do you sit on?
I mean, I don't. If I have to, I will. But like, honestly, out of the 3, I prefer the Thread, just because, to be honest, Mirai and Newsquai laps seem awful. I don't even think Newsquai have laps.
You have to sit in the U, and I don't think that you're in that level of relationship with you.
To be clear, I'm pretty sure
that does sound cute. Like Newsquai's all U.
Sitting is generally face down, so it would just sort of be like sitting on to anyone else. It'd sort of be like if someone was sitting on like your butt as you.
That's what horses. That's what life for a horse.
Yeah.
Yes. To be clear, this is why I would not have Blaze sitting on my butt.
I mean, realistically, I'm not sitting on anyone's lap. I'm flying this ship. I'm an adult. I'll sit on someone's lap later.
Pat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how Newsquai sit is.
Pat, we need lap
Sort
information.
of lowering their mouth and anus hole to the ground, and then just sort of relaxing the rest of them.
So you guys are rolling, and you guys fly like it's like an hour or so, and in that period, you guys go down 1 edge and go up 1 stamina.
Okay.
So Max, you might want to stamina yourself.
Oh well, I mean, all I know from almost time.
Oh man, that stinks. Why I gotta go down 1 edge?
But yeah, so you guys...
Well, I could slap you around a bit if that would help.
You guys ride, you're having a fine time. Yeah, well, do you want to do anything that would increase your edge? Any drugs or anything?
I mean, no, we don't have any drugs. We started out this entire game naked, remember?
We have drop, a drug that will lower your edge.
Although, by the way, when you're in this shuttle, you do find 2 things of note. There is a single CIS B1 spacesuit. And X1 medkit and X1 adrenaline, which I just remembered is the way you're supposed to revive people in this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what do you guys want to? So you guys are coasting along. when you get a hail, you get a hailing frequency from what is called Orb Command.
Oh no! Oh, Orb Command. I don't want to deal with this.
Hand it over to me. If you
I
wish,
hand
or
you
if
like
don't-
the talking. I hand you the speaker stick. It
Hello,
has
friends.
bells on it.
It says, "Identify yourself, shuttle. You have just departed from a vessel which entered our space with no transponder and was shut down and was shot down. Explain yourselves, or we will do the same to you."
Listen. We simply are testing, or we're testing to see if this shuttle actually is functional, so that it could be properly salvaged by contract.
You are salvagers, yes? Very well then. Our records. Identify yourselves. Have you ever been to Hale Harbor?
Did we get the name of the people who we met?
Yes, we've been to Hale Harbor.
Yeah, I mean, he actually did get the name of the
And we are legal citizens of Hale Harbor.
moment, yes, except they might notice if they actually look at it. That...
State your name. State your names and
I am
social strata.
And I say my full legal name.
I see you are not piloting, so there must be at least one other aboard with you.
Correct. I have no capability of flying ships and whatnot. So for this salvaging job, which involved a possibly functional ship, I made sure to hire a pilot.
I see. And what is their name?
I believe they came in from off-world. Their name is but I don't know how long they've been here. Their name is Blaze. What's your actual name?
Blaze only goes by a hacker name.
All right, so they run. So they hear Blaze. Does Blaze say Blaze?
No, I don't say Blaze. I'll say like Reginald Johnson.
Reginald Johnson.
All right. They say that is most irregular, as we did not see any spaceships landing that would have arrived there. Perhaps. One moment. Slow to 20 meters per second.
I don't know. Listen, I just hired this guy. I don't know. I just needed someone to test out. By the way, to do this first, I shut off my translator, and I just listen. I just hired this guy. I don't know much about him. I just needed someone to pilot the thing because I didn't want to crash a possibly valuable.
They're understanding. Give me a communicate to rush this over though, because it sounds like someone on the other end of the line wants to start doing really intense digging to verify everything. Part up games. Thank you for the raid.
Okay.
Yes, you have joined the tale of Reginald Johnson.
And let me roll my d4 plus 7. I am. They can't see me, fortunately, because I am spazzing out.
All right. And they say, very well. Then it sounds you may proceed and circle back to wherever you are going to land and proceed as you will. But if you're going to approach the spaceport, then we will need you to declare your cargo and personnel. Otherwise, may you pursue the perfection of the orb. And then you hear in the background what sounds an awful lot like a translator box. But not a Newsguy translator box say, "Stop. That's them."
Gas. I gotta step on the gas.
Who?
I say as I shut down.
You hear a translator box say, "Don't let them," as you cut it off. Ding 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 ding.
Boring conversation anyway.
You are reading locks from everywhere. 3 different SAM sites and 2 fast movers on
Do we have
route.
any cream cheese and bagels to go with all these fucking locks?
You don't have any. There's no countermeasures on this bad boy. There's not. Barrel rolls are a neat trick, but beforehand, the best you can do is yoink the transponder and then try to E-War signal jam with the systems.
I have an additional
Hear me
idea.
out. Blaze, could you power the transponder after you yoink it and have us drop it so that it looks like we blow up?
The transponder coil needs to be in a pretty specialized receptacle. That's not an impossible trick to pull, but you'd need a lot of stuff that isn't on the shuttle to pull it off.
Now, I have an additional plan. I assume over this ice sea... Oh, God, I'm going to drop my dramatic glasses. Over this ice sea, which we are currently flying over by the looks of it, I assume there are all sorts of, like, crags and bergs and...
Yeah, no, there's icebergs, there's crags, there's things that have been melted there deliberately.
I would like to Tashi Canyon. No, Beggar's Canyon this.
Okay, this is...
Important question,
just so you know, this is going to be
Can I give Max... it's dangerous to go over right now. You told me that I can't give myself it.
You're on the stream. You can't give it to other people on the stream if you're on the stream. So, but if it was dangerous to go on your fry, I will warn you, Max. So here's the thing: if you want to go just into a divot, which will knock some of the missiles, it's -1, but you'll still be taking heat from the fast mover. If you want to, from both fast movers. If you don't even want them to be able to get a lock and shoot at you, you'll need to take a -2 on your operate. You'll need to go deep in and start to do dangerous maneuvers in close proximity with ice.
Do it. It's a really bad idea, but I really want to do it.
What would you do? Split second. You see, ding, 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 ding. They're coming in on you. This is hot and fast.
I mean, split second, I'm fucking doing it.
All right. Does anybody want to do anything to augment Blaze's chances here?
I don't really see how we can.
The shuttle.
I'm going to ready an action to rip out the transponder the moment he gets, like, deep into the crags.
Okay, yes. You ready to the transponder? I will say, Vrishka, in something this small, the fuel access is, like, physically present. You could manually change the oxygen mixture to give him extra speed.
Okay.
It'll burn through more of the fuel, but it'll get you faster. And that's just that'll be a mechanics. And Blaze, after the mechanics is made, we'll see what you're doing dice with. That's a +1, so that's only a -1 for the most dangerous maneuver. Even though more speed, you're getting more of all, like, correction. So if you're about to fuck up, you also have more thrust to dig yourself out of your hole. So you're coming in though for a fucking ice canyon. You're coming in deep, in tight on these trenches. You're in the Grand Canyon of ice. You've got fast movers behind. Ding, 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 ding. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
All right, let's fucking do this, you boy.
Okay. So you are fucking. All of the missiles that are, like, on you, sort of, like, explode behind you, and the 2 fast mover craft that, like, descend down into the valley behind you are going to have to roll the same operate to make it in.
Well, they're probably better pilots than me, which is not.
Wow.
No, they are not.
Yeah, one of them crashes and the other pulls up. However, out of perhaps they're still figuring it can get the job done. So here's the important note: the ice crevice that just got all those missiles crashed into the side of it. Yeah, that's all coming crashing down behind you. There's a surge wave of ice and water, and then up ahead of you, this guy fires his missiles in a wide arc. It has the same thing coming down at you from the front. If you pull up, you're going to go right into his gun's range, and he's going to get a clean, fair shot at you. But there's an alternative. You see a gaping cavern, an icy entrance into an icy maw into who knows where, but it's got enough space to fit your ship. But it's a -3 normally and a -2 with the boost that you're getting. What do you do? Do you let him light you up with the cannons, or do you go for the dive?
I go for the tunnel.
Question: Can I make a or can I hail him on the comms to just say, "Come and chase us"?
Why would you want to? Don't say that. I can't imagine possibly help or.
They don't answer the hail request. Oh, Blaze, what do you do?
I'm edging it. I'm edging. I shouldn't have rolled those last 2 dice, but those aren't the 2 that succeeded.
Okay, D4 plus doesn't matter really. D4 plus 2 for the fun of it. 5. You and everyone else gains an edge.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You get the jitters. but you guys go slamming into the ice cave, you narrowly clip some of the stuff behind you, and you hear a collapse. You're not getting back out that way as you head into a vast open network of ice cave, and you feel you see all lists on radio contact go dark. There is nobody in range of you, and you are in range of nobody as you coast beneath the ice, and a beautiful symphony of lights dances down through the thick sheets of ice onto you, and the four of you coast alone in this unknown place.
Whack. So I turn around and I'm like, so when you woke up today, did you expect it to be flying an old Human Empire shuttle through an ice cave? I didn't.
Honestly, we were trying to locate a shuttle on an ice planet, so this seems pretty reasonable. Like, we really should have had an air plan, but, you know, we didn't really have any plan, so this is just still pretty good. Gonna call you Ace now.
I should probably go to pilot school. I mean, shit.
Okay, so we're in this ice cave. Do we have any kind of like mapping things?
You've got like your telemetrics are good enough that you can make a brief map of the cave around you, but due to the fact that it's not calculated for ice, it's only going to show you about 3 turns in advance. Not enough to show you a route out. You'd need to reconfigure or go outside and reattune it. Reattuning it and going outside would involve landing somewhere here, going out, and then making a mechanics test. Reconfiguring it could be done from within, but it is at a -1 because it's not as simple.
I mean, it might as well land. What possible dangers could exist in a mysterious ice cave?
I mean, ice monster. I really thought the cave was going to be a mouth, like in Star Wars, but
I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then we're going to step out and be like, wow, it's weirdly humid and squishy in here. Oh, no, Minox.
I would casually point out you haven't stepped out yet.
Because this is
yeah,
water.
it's true.
I mean, someone could attempt the mechanics of the -2, but I'm probably the best mechanic here, and I don't feel confident in that.
What is your mechanics?
So wait. The mechanics. Okay, so if you step outside and reattune it, the mechanics is going to be at a positive 1. If you do something within, that would be a systems -1.
A systems -1. Oh fuck it!
I will say there's a limit to what you can do without physically reattuning the antennae.
So we'll get a better result if we physically well, I'll do the system, see how that turns out, and then if we need to physically reattune.
It doesn't require us to land and risk vast things.
Yeah. Okay, you do a decent job. It's not great. You get a few more turns out. The sensors are boosted and attuned to ice, but that's about it. It's going to help you navigate, but it's not going to give you the full map you need out. You're still going to need to spend a while searching. And from the nitro boost you got from over-oxygenating the mix, you burn through a lot of extra fuel. So you're not going to be able to fly around here forever and still make it to your destination in this shuttle.
Okay, I say we land, I get in the spacesuit, I go out and I rejigger the thingamabob.
Okay.
Alright, I like this plan. Tell us if the floor is squishy. I saw an old Rasty film.
Tell us if you run into any enemies that need a talking to.
I guess the bulky-ass spacesuit of not greatness.
Yeah, the CIS B1. Truly, the humans were not quite up to snuff before you guys showed them the ropes on this whole spacesuit construction thing.
Yeah, everyone knows spacesuits should be
the threat aren't up to snuff on spacesuit construction either.
It's my armor? Like, I'm already wearing a maintenance rig. I assume, like, in World I can put this on top, but we don't have multiple armor spaces.
The only armor that stacks right now is a Trinity standard spacesuit, can go under armor. But the CIS B1, because it's like a modern astronaut spacesuit in our world, you're not going to be able to fit like an extensive maintenance rig under it.
Okay, so like, what are its? Well, cause
the stats? Oh yeah. I can read those off of you real fast.
I have to somehow copy the maintenance rig stats and put them somewhere else to keep, because I'm probably not going to wear this spacesuit for the rest of my life unless I get immediately eaten by a monster. Like, convenient. There should be multiple armor options, even if you can't stack them in the character sheet.
Yeah, so you guys lower your. So Max, the guys, roll me scrutiny to see like a flattish place to land, because there are scooping bowls all over this place.
I got you.
And I would say with a modifier of 1 due to the boost to the sensors, because you couldn't be checking with the radar.
What's your vector, Victor? I just did the thing where you type +1 instead of 1.
Yeah.
Because I'm a dumbass.
Wait,
So I'm gonna roll that
Rick
again.
has a life support of 2, and this spacesuit only has a life support of 3?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm not bothering with it. It's not really that better than what I'm wearing.
The only thing it is it's vacuum. So for space.
That's okay, fine.
Yeah, it's for space. No, you don't need vacuum. You're on an ice planet. You're fine.
Alright, so Max
There's freedom, right? We've been outside.
Max, you see a likely ledge. It's not great. It's mostly like a curved divot, but if you put the gears down, you should be able to walk outside there.
Alright, let's do it.
You slide a little with the cleats lock in, and you find yourselves in a dripping ice cave with a nice
More like a nice cave.
sound, an ice cave indeed. As you land, you feel. Wait a minute, is this one of the? Do we play until 12:30 or to midnight in this game?
I don't know.
Find a natural ending point whenever.
I was really about the next time on you, when as you land and the landing of the ramp comes down. But I have another half hour. If we're chill, we can move forward, or we can wait for Pat next week.
So like another half hour of like content that then would have another natural-ish end point, not like we'll be halfway through the monster fight.
I can make no guarantees about how. It's just I can't guarantee you it'll round off nearly as nicely. This is a really nice round off.
Then just end it.
Yeah. You land, the gears clock into place, spikes go down, you turn, and then a fine mist pours into your vessel over the rim as pressures and temperatures even out, and you see beyond a cold, uncaring, and icy darkness glinting.
Is it a comfortable fine mist?
Yeah, it's you feel a temperature change on your chitin. But yeah,
I'm more thinking about, is it a humid mist or is it a dry mist?
It's a misty mist. As you got, it's the temperature changing between the warmer space shuttle and the colder outside. And yeah, as the ramp goes down, before you can fully see, next time on, the camera pans out up through the ice, whoop, and yeah. Thank you all for coming out.
I just realized my clothing had the exposed quality, which might have meant I was even worse off when we were outside in the ice, but I don't think I was long enough outside for that to really
It's
matter.
also, I think we talked about you were furry, so like it sort of came out in the wash.
Yeah, like.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
And I don't think we did feedback phase for this show last time.
Nope.
We did not.
All right. Well, thank you everyone who has chosen to come out and join us here today. And yeah, we are probably gonna go visit our friends over on. Wait a minute, are these people still alive? Because if they're not, I don't want to raid them. Yeah, they're probably still alive. Yeah, we're gonna go raid our friends. Oh, there's a poll going on. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Level Up TV. So, thank you all for coming out, and yeah, until next time, dream on, dreamers. Obviously, you know where the Discord is, you know where the Facebook is. !Links brings it all up, and we're gonna go be positive chatters in that other community. So, peace.
Thank you for coming and watching.
Remember, new squires are the best squires.
Do we
That's
get
not
XP?
true.
Yes, 5 XP. 5 XP.
Okay, cool.
Right now.